Yo, what's poppin', everybody? Welcome back to the podcast, another episode of Caffeine and Green with your man, Connor Cardenas. And before we get into it today, I just want to give a huge shout out and thank you to all of the homies over at Steel Mill Coffee that are letting us use the space for the podcast. It's super awesome, and if you guys are ever in Oceanside, please cruise through and grab a cup of coffee and visit with the homies Anna, Giles, Lil C, Riley, and of course, my man Shea. So huge shout out to the homies at Steel Mill. Also, if you guys haven't already, head over to www.caffeineandgreenroasting.com. Go ahead and check out the coffees that I have on sale. That's right. We roasting. That's right. And we got the Issa blend, and we also have, while supplies last, a couple bags left of the Southside coffee, which is for my homegirl, Tyler Schaefer, her pro coffee bag. It's amazing. It's cherry, it's chocolatey, and it got a little bit of caramel. So it's nice and sweet, and it leaves you with a nice, smooth finish. So get it while you can. All right, guys. Thank you so much. And without further ado, my guests today are no strangers to the podcast. And of course, I'm talking about my boys, Demetrus Collins, Kurt Hodge, and Shea Cooper. Dimetrus Collins. Sorry, Derm. But like I said, these guys are no strangers to the podcast. And it was just fun to be able to have, some homies come through. We got to talk a little bit about skateboarding. We got to talk about things that piss Shea off, like Venmo, profile picture for his Venmo. And also just catching up with the homies, about how they've been dealing with everything, what they did during COVID. I mean, Derm went to across the country. Hodge is, same thing. And just doing what they love in the best, worst year ever. So without further ado, my boys, Kurt Hodge, Dimetrus Collins, and Shea Cooper, baby. This is your time to shine, homies. Let's go. Caffeine and green. It's your boy Connor. What's good? Good. Caffeine and green. And we are live, boys.
What's happening?
How you doing?
Cheers.
Hello.
Social distance. Oh, boom.
Ooh,
Nice.
saved us with that one.
I know. I actually had already cracked it right before, and I was kind of like, damn it.
Yeah, I'm already ready already.
He got it.
Are you ready?
Dude. Well, for everybody who doesn't know you guys already, Shea, you're no stranger to the show. And then, again, anybody who's maybe new to the show, we got Demetrus Collins.
Hello.
And we have Kurt Hodge.
Hi.
And all three of you guys have been on the podcast numerous times, all within the first 10 episodes as well, and then throughout the last 106.
OG.
Can you, go like that?
I'm scared to touch these.
No,
now.
you're
You
good.
know what happened last time.
There we
that
go.
good?
Yes, that's way better.
Gentle.
Dude, but yes, okay. So the reason I wanted to have you guys on all specifically, I mean, Shea, you know Hodge and Derm as well as I do. And also, I mean, I saw Derm during COVID, during the height of it when it was really gnarly.
Yeah, we live in the same neighborhood, so it's a little bit easier for us to
No,
run into each other.
when I lived in Lena Vista.
Oh, that's true. That's still closer than these guys are. So
That is true.
I see Derm pretty frequently.
So you guys been seeing each other a lot?
Yeah, every weekend almost. Anytime I go down to SD, I hit him up.
Thanks for the call.
I call Kurt and I say, "Can I get within 6 feet of you this weekend?" And I keep my 6 foot radius, but I get as close as I can.
Sneak in there every once in a while.
Yeah, right.
Dude. Because you guys skate a lot together.
Yeah, of course.
For the House of Vista, shout out Mike Brick as well.
Yep.
And John Brick.
And each other.
But then Hodge, I haven't seen you fucking.
Since when?
Dude, okay. I think the last time I saw you was the Zero premiere
Fuck. Really?
at La Paloma. Because that was right before, that was this year, right? But it was early this year. January maybe?
I don't know.
That was
last
last
year.
October.
October.
I was going to say, I know I was out of town, and I can't remember why, but I was out of town when that went down.
I want to say November.
It was October
November.
for sure. I was out of. I remember for
Okay.
sure.
There was all those
I
video
don't know.
premieres in the same week or two.
Yeah.
Everybody came out with a video premiere, so
Yeah,
it
that was
would have
good.
been then.
That was a good time.
Toy
Yeah,
Machine,
yeah.
Zero,
Yeah, Slave had
and
one
Slave.
right
Yep.
up here, right
I
here.
missed all three.
Did
Yeah.
Baker have one too?
There was another one. Yeah, I think Baker had theirs too.
Maybe right after
Yeah.
or right before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody went off during that time.
Dude, yeah.
that was a long time ago.
Dude, that was a year ago.
The world was awesome then.
The world was way different
It
then.
was normal.
Dude, yeah. That premiere was one of the rawest skateboard premieres I think I've ever seen because Jamie in the second, because I went to the second premiere.
He wasn't even done editing the video.
No, dude, that's what I'm saying. We
Classic.
went,
Perfect.
I went and I sat in there, and then he was like, "Sorry guys," and he's like, you could see like the Adobe Premiere or
Yeah.
Final Cut, whatever he's editing on,
The
and you can
mouse
just
cursor,
you
like,
see him
I
just
remember
doing it,
that.
and you see the little thing. Like if you're a skateboarder, you know, like that fucking little window where you're editing the footage, and then he's like trying it, and the sound was all off, and he'd be like, "Sorry guys,"
Yeah.
and then he puts it back on, and then it finally started the video.
Yeah, that's a little rough.
Rendering.
Yeah.
And then the first premiere, like Dane's song was fucking. You couldn't even hear it. I don't know how the second one was, but
Dude, the second one was pretty epic.
Yeah.
It was he had to restart Krunsky's part.
Krunsky.
That's what I said.
I know it's a Runsky.
Oh shit.
That's what I said.
Fuck.
Krunsky. Shout out Krunsky.
Yeah, Krunsky.
Krunsky rips.
Dude,
He's
that
really
guy
good.
is super good. I'd never heard of him before that video. I have been falling out of there's so many good kids now. Like especially you see him on Instagram, it's like
Yeah,
fuck.
it's pretty fucked.
There's that dude, the guy from France, Ariel something. Have you seen that guy? He's
The
like-
hard flip
hard
back
flip
guy.
dude, tray flip guy over the pyramid. He skates like the same skate park, and like all of it's just like
it's all massive. That whole park's just huge shit everywhere.
huge. I don't even know how the full fucking skates anymore. Like, but dude, okay, so that makes me actually
New standards.
why I wanted to talk to you guys specifically. I mean, like, you're still in it, Shea. You're riding for Blood Wizard. You're killing it. Like, you're still doing
I'm approaching retirement.
approaching retirement. Hodge, you're the team manager for Zero, and you're fucking still shredding,
I try
still putting out parts.
a little bit.
dude.
He shared a part with Derm.
I got clips in his part. That's what happened.
Wait, what was that in the house video? You guys shared a part.
Kurt gets clips, dude.
Yeah, and last footage party, right?
Yeah, and the footage party stuff.
Yep.
I had like a minute of footage between his part.
That's a shared
That's a
part.
shared
dude.
part.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
shared part. That's not a couple clips.
Sick. Hell yeah, I shared a part with Kurt. Fuck yeah.
The
Dude.
part was like a minute and a half. I had like a minute of footage. Like it was.
But it
his
was
part.
like totally Kurt's part. It was like totally Kurt's part, and I was like, I didn't have enough for my own part, and it fit well in there. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. So
There you go. But then also you work at Tumieto.
yeah,
So you like specifically for you and Hodge both work in skateboarding, and Shea, you just crush it in skateboarding. Even though you say you don't. He came back from New York real quick. He showed me this clip. He's like, "Oh, this is what happened right before I left." He like rolls off this fucking he like hits this ledge and then like rolls off this gnarly roof to a fucking gnarly drop. And you're telling me you don't skate. Like you're not like out there crushing it.
No,
Stunt
I
man.
get not successfully though. That's the
Tries.
Nah, fuck that. I don't believe that.
you
for a
know,
second.
Shea actually has a secondhand view of the whole industry as well, just from everybody you hang out with and you're around.
yeah.
Half of them, most everybody he hangs out with is either a pro skater or a filmer or a photographer somewhere. You know what I mean? So he's hearing the conversations and he knows what's going on too. So he's not completely detached, but
Yeah.
and he's out there shredding too.
Well, what about you? Like you work on the other side. You're a sales what's your sales manager?
I'm a sales representative.
Representative.
Yeah, we have a sales manager. I am a pawn in the war game. I am in the trenches of all of
See
it.
what you did there.
Yeah.
I'm on the front lines of everything. I have to. It's my job to keep up with everything that's happening in skating because I have to sell it. You
Mhm.
know, so it's a little overwhelming now that I'm in my 30s and I'm not 18 anymore. You know, so and now that it changed, it's all super fast and everyone's so good. So
But you're really good too, though. Like
I was gonna say that because
Derm's
you pretty much would
fuck.
like be in charge of like packing like a Flow Kids box.
yeah.
Because I know when I was like getting like a little pig flow, you'd always send me like a little message, a little cigarette
yeah,
or
yeah,
something,
yeah.
you know. But think about, like that's kind of like almost like a tough like spot for like a Flow Kid to like see like who's sending the boxes, and then it's just like Derm's footage, like oh shit, like probably a little bit better than most of the people you're like packing boxes for, or up to par with, like as far.
Thank you. I
Like,
appreciate
yeah,
that. I
dude,
really appreciate
100%.
That's like a sign of like the industry of how shit is progressing. Like everybody involved is just like once you've been a skateboarder and you're in the industry or whatever, and you find these little niches that you like kind of go into, it's like it just keeps setting the standard higher and higher. I feel like.
Definitely. And it's like we all want it to be family based. You don't want somebody in there that has nothing to do with skateboarding. Like, you know what I mean? You don't
Totally.
wanna- But at the same time, there's been like at Black Box, we've had some employees in the warehouse that were completely non-skaters, and they were like Kurt and I's best friend,
Yeah.
like Chad Roundtree. Shout out Chad Roundtree. He was like one of our best dudes, so you can't rule him out. You know what I mean? It's just a job in the end. But yeah, I started skating. I never stopped since the day I started, and I like trying tricks and getting better, and it's still fun to me. And it hurts more, and I'm old, but it still feels good to like skate.
Do you feel that maybe you have some of the benefits of being a pro skateboarder without actually having the stresses of being a pro skateboarder?
Oh, it's way better on my end than being a pro skater.
Yeah.
It's way better. The pay's better. I get all the free stuff I want. You know what I mean? And I'm still involved, and you get to be friends with everybody throughout the whole industry. Like, regardless, me and Kurt would be best friends. You know what I mean? Since I've known him before all this, but since he works there and I work here, like, he could hit me up like, yo, can I get that toy machine board? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yo, can I get this hoodie? And it's, and it's like that with the whole industry, because we're all just friends and we're all just skaters that we all just know. And it's like, hey, I'll trade you some socks for some coffee. You're like, yeah, I'm down. You know what I mean? It probably wouldn't even be a big deal. So
The trades are big in our industry.
yeah,
The trades are
the
big.
barter system's real, and it definitely benefits me because I don't have to spend money for my hobby, so I get to still do my hobby for free, basically, and look cool doing it. So
do you feel like, you know, some days when if you're like working super hard, you've been dealing with sales, other like skate shops or whatever, do you ever feel like you don't want to skate because you've been dealing with skateboarding all day?
Oh yeah, the older I get, the more that happens. I don't want to not skate ever, but I definitely have other hobbies that have nothing to do with skating. I ride my bike a lot through the city. I just clocked over 2,000 miles on my bike like last weekend, actually. Not in a day. Not in a day. Like, since I've been riding,
No
I
shit,
yeah, I was
not
gonna be
a
like,
day.
God
Nobody
damn.
thought that was in a day, but
Nah.
I just started riding my bike like 2 years ago, 3, 4, I don't know, a couple years ago, and I have this tracker that keeps track of like all the stuff that you do, the miles and your routes and stuff, and I just surpassed 2,000 miles, and I was like, what? I've been around, all right. That's cool. You know what I mean? So, and I'm also a super big video game nerd, and
Are you really?
yeah, and I just got a truck this year, so
Yes.
that's like my new girlfriend right there.
He's been putting some love into that thing.
Dude,
yeah.
dude, the Instagram stories of that day were the best thing. Like, you're just looking at the camera, and then you're just looking at your car, just, son.
My favorite was the fucking, I've always wanted to do this, the board toss.
Yeah, dude. Kurt has a pickup truck. He's had one the whole time we've been like rolling together up here in North County, and just hopping in the back of it, just going to the skate park, or just throwing our boards back there and driving to work. I'm like, God, it's so cool. I'm always just driving regular cars. You know what I mean? I'm like, it's so sick. You could just.
But you had the Taurus.
Yeah, I had the
Taurus.
Taurus.
He had the Ford Taurus.
The Ford Taurus was cool.
Tory.
But yeah, it's the older I get, the more fun it is to find things outside of skateboarding to
Tight.
do, and like I have heightened interest in them because it's not skating, and it makes me like want to get better at them. And the bike and the truck are one of them. So
Do you like when you suck at things?
Yeah, I like when I suck at things I like, because then it kicks the drive in, that Mamba mentality. You know what I mean? Like, I'm about to be the best at this. Fuck this. Like, it could be a video game or a skateboard trick, or it could be work. It could be life. It could be anything. So, but I hate losing at the same time. So I hate sucking at things I suck at and
That's
don't
fair.
like.
That's fair. Dude,
I
fuck
suck
yeah.
at shooting basketballs.
I think that's hobbies for skateboarders is like a completely different thing. I guess I shouldn't speak for anybody else, but like I just feel like the mentality of like we've all skateboarded since we were like little kids up until like probably like religiously every day, trying as hard as we can until like definitely our mid-20s. I can speak for all of us, you know.
Yeah,
saying
of
that.
course.
Yeah, no.
So it's like
complete
that's like
agreement.
a long ass time just to get like, you know, whatever, so much trial and error. So no matter what hobby you pick up, it's just like it's gonna go like tenfold, you know. Like if you're a carpenter and you do it for 20 years, you're gonna be the best carpenter.
There's a certain conditioning.
So like the conditioning of like trying like starting out skateboarding as a little kid and actually hanging on to it and like progressing every day, like that is just like anything else is just like minimal. It's like the fucking hardest thing to do
Yeah,
ever.
I feel that.
Well, then
And
it's also there's a
so
culture behind it.
disappointing and painful and miserable, but you're still just like, fuck yeah, let's
But
go.
still so gratifying.
Yeah.
but like very minimal gratification and a like maybe 85-90% frustration.
Yeah.
Yeah. Safe bet.
Yeah.
It's mostly misses.
I mean, like over the last like year, especially like through like COVID and everything, my little like hobby is like picking up guitar. It's something I've always phased in and out of like my whole life, just with my dad, and like is like really into music. We always had guitars, but I never like stuck to it, just probably because of skateboarding. There's other shit to do.
Yeah.
But just like over the last year, I've like played like at least guitar for like an hour, and I'm just remember like kind of sitting there thinking like, damn, like I can't break a bone doing this. Like I'll sit here all day until I'm good at this, like because I'm determined to do something. But like at the same time, it's like I'm just gonna sit here and like. I guess I really haven't progressed that much. But like with that mentality, like that's my mentality. Like I will sit here no matter what until I like get as good as I want to be, or like until I'm satisfied, and then like you just hold on to it. But it's not painful at all. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bike is low to zero impact, and it's the same workout because there's days like you want to skate, but you don't want to ollie. You ever have those?
Dude,
does that make sense?
Every time.
Almost every day I skate.
Yeah,
I've
like
been showing up
that's
to the
how
park
I
feeling like I
skate.
have ankle weights on lately.
yeah, you're just like, man, I wish I could skate, but I just don't really want to try.
That's
know?
when you go to OB.
And then
Just pump.
yeah, right. That place is made of sand. You have to really push there. But yeah, the bike is just like you're floating on this magic carpet, and you get to like I live by the beach, like close to the beach, so it's really easy to just like go on this little escape where you're just floating, and you're getting the same workout, the cardio and the full body, and the knees are going, but you're just cruising, and it's like
Plus, it's just going fast. It's
yeah,
fun.
and you get
Fast
the
as
wind in your face.
fuck.
You get the wind in your face, and you get to go up and down hills, and you get to pick how hard you go. So it's not like I'm trying to be Lance Armstrong as soon as I get on the bike. I just want to cruise to town, And then there's times when I'm like, the song, like an Earthless song will pop up in my headphones or something, and I just start jamming down this hill like super hard. And then another time it'll be like some Marvin Gaye, and I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna hit the boardwalk and go 0 miles an hour.
Cruising.
So, I don't know. It's a different kind of escape, but it's also that same escape that you get on the board where you're by yourself and like no one can touch you and
I was
nothing
gonna
else
say
to
you
think
can do
about.
that by yourself, but then it's fun with homies too.
Yeah, exactly,
Yep.
exactly.
Always funner with homies.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, what about you, Hodge?
What?
During COVID, like, have you picked it? I mean, like, you work in skateboarding, you skate almost every day, and then, but you also shoot photos.
Yeah.
For people who don't know that about you, but have you found during this last year, especially during COVID, that you have, gotten better at some of your hobbies, picked up new hobbies, like?
Oh, I mean, shooting has been like my main hobby as of the past few years, and just getting better at that and wanting to do that more, and gets me out skating with the dudes. And since I'm not trying as hard, I'm older. When I get a good photo, like I get it just as hyped as they are for
Sick.
getting the clip. I'm like, all right, I nailed it too. Hell yeah.
Damn.
So it's good, yeah. But other than that, I mean, COVID, we just took advantage of shit being closed and going out and skating more. And
Well, you're in a different position because you're the, if I'm wrong, you are the team manager, right?
Yep.
Okay, of Zero Skateboards. So for people who might not, especially for people who are like into coffee or just listeners who don't know anything about skateboarding, can you describe what that actually entails as far as like a job?
basically just, I don't know, being a babysitter. No, I'm just kidding. You just take care of the dudes. You get them boards. Like we have like dudes like gabbers that are overseas, and you got to get them his shit and send them those things. And then, yeah, with shooting the guys now, I just submit the photos to Thrasher, so we're getting more exposure and content for the brand, as well as using the other shit for like our catalogs and overviews to send to shops. And then I run the Instagram as well.
You do the Instagram too?
Yeah.
Damn, son. I'm gonna
It's
start
a lot.
sending you more DMs.
It's taxing, huh? I
Yeah.
do the Instagram for the most part for Steel Mill, and it's like
Yeah, the social media
it's the
managing is
gnarliest
pretty rough.
learning curve, or not even a learning curve, just like to stay on top of it, because I'm not a social
Yeah.
media guy at all.
It's crazy how many like DMs
Dude,
Zero gets.
I can't imagine.
Dude, the brands we
And
have
just
too.
going
Like I
through
think
those
I'm
things.
tripping with like you guys like a skateboard
It's stressful
company.
though, like trying to
Just so many
come
DM
up with
sponsor
content
tapes
as
probably.
well. Yeah, fuck yeah.
And you still got to be a cool guy, like yo,
Yeah.
like keep trying, buddy.
a lot of YouTube links and
Oh
fucking
my.
shit like that.
Dude, I'll recently too. Like I've met what I would assume is like a kid now, but they're like 18, younger, whatever.
Yeah, that's a kid.
It's something, and they'll be like, they're like technically an adult, but
I
like,
see myself as a child.
dude, that's what I'm saying.
We got Peter Pan syndrome.
But dude, Some kid was like, oh, this guy Hodge or Kurt Hodge. And I was like, you know Kurt Hodge? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, what do you know about? He's like, oh, he's team manager 0. Da, 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 da. I was like, all right, cool, man.
Well, that's what's also crazy about like social media and shit. Like, you know, you like can see who the brand managers are, the team manager, who's fucking the photographers, and you get like access to all these people that when we were kids, you kind of just saw like Britain in the magazine. You're like, who the fuck is this guy? Like shoots everything.
Yep.
But then now you can like put a face to it.
It's like almost a pedestal.
All the way down,
and you
all
can
the way
DM
down
them.
to Derm in the warehouse. Like
Definitely.
you know who's packing your boxes. You know.
Mm-hmm.
They need to tell me. I don't need to give Derm access to that social media. His story. Have you seen those
Dude,
things?
his story is...
I wanted to say something about his
Dude,
stories.
no, I definitely want to get into the story. Okay. Dude.
Oh, boy. Here we
Excuse
go.
me, not the Rona. Before we get into anything else, dude, your story, god damn. Like, I love it. Dude, I fucking love it. But, like, damn, son, like, I think I even talked to Shea about this one time. I was like, do you watch Derm stories? Like, yeah. But I was like, but if they're, like, this many dots and it's just, like, it's like, dude, I don't know if I'm going to watch the whole thing. It's like I'm just going through it and you're just talking shit the whole time. Like this.
You know what? There's a lot of angles to the story thing. And I don't know how to it's going to be a lot to say, but the social media thing, like if I go on the Toy Machine Instagram, they don't want me to do anything on there because I'll go like crazy, you know what I mean? So like they'll let me like log into it and like post some things here and there and like Ed Templeton was like, dude, go crazy. But then I feel weird personally, like going on their Instagram and being like, oh, this shit sucks, this shit's cool, blah, 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 blah. And being myself, I have to like really tighten it up and do it for the company. But when I'm on my own, I'm like, fuck you guys. I'll say, this brand sucks, this graphic sucks, this Toy Machine board sucks. But I don't know, like, but it's also just my Instagram and it's like just my opinion. It's not tied to anything. Dude, there's so many things and it's not for my friends, even though all my friends are my followers. It's for my job. It's for selling my product. And it's not for me to be famous. It's not some, like, narcissistic thing. It's for me to sell my stuff. And
so you can get that paper, boo-boo.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Well, that's what I think that touches on, like, what Kurt said. It was, like, you actually, like, it's a new age where you're actually, like, able to tap in and see, like, dude, if I had Instagram, like, when I was, like, 12 years old, like, I would watch every second of your story.
Exactly,
Like, damn,
exactly.
Being able to go,
warehouse,
you
look at
like
all those
walk through
boards.
the warehouse.
Exactly.
And not to mention you're funny as fuck. Like,
The
I'm not
point.
gonna,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I skip past your shit. A
Of
lot.
course.
But when I do tune in, like when I'm in the mood to like look through your shit, I'm always thoroughly entertained. And
Yeah.
I always, you know, when I'm looking at it, because I always like, dude, I'm fucking
Dude,
dying.
you chime in for sure. Yeah, it's obviously it's just force fed to all my friends that follow me and stuff, but also I have 400 plus skate shops that follow me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's something
Totally.
that nobody even is aware of or even cares about. But that's my job. And they all are waiting for that video because they can't wait for the email with the flyer. And then our art director didn't make the flyer. And then our media guy forgot to shoot the photo for the new product or it's not done. And I'm like, dude, this shit's here.
Yeah,
you know what I
they're
mean?
instant tap
This shit
into
is
what's
here
going
and
on.
I'm supposed to sell this. I can't wait for you guys to make
And
a
they're
flyer.
already following you anyway.
Well,
Yeah.
they might not even be buying from the company. They're buying from you, sir.
Exactly,
And that's what
so-
it is. Like, they see it and they're like, well, you know what? They're going to get, you're getting like the force fed, like, and I don't, it sounds really bad when I say this, but it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the force fed content of the company. It's like when you're following Toy Machine Company, you know, you're going to get skating, you're going to get this, ads, yada, 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 deals, sales, XYZ.
But if you're
But if you're
looking
following
for it,
you,
yeah.
you got comedy behind it. You're like, oh, look at this. There's a little bit of history behind it. So maybe some of those skate shop owners are watching your story and they're like, damn, I hella remember that.
Absolutely.
Or
A
something,
lot
you
of
know?
the shop owners are like our age as well and grew up in our era of skating, so they relate to Derm a lot. And
Yeah,
like,
and they just want to see what's inside Tomieto, you know what I mean? And it's, of course, I'm in the videos because I'm just holding the camera the whole time.
All in the
but-
videos.
all in the records, but I make sure to keep the content like the main focus, not me the main focus. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that I've watched one. I know specifically that you're like, it's like almost like clearing house. Like you're like went up to a box and you're like, look how sick this graphic is. Why do we have these still? Why don't you want these boards? Why don't you buy this board right now? Look at this. This is great.
It's like, I think it's sick. I think it's cool. So
And it's not like you're like really trying to like. It's funny, you know, and it's meant for comedy. But you're also like really like fucking
The
grab
hype
is
his
real.
fucking board.
Yeah, and
The
it's
hype
it's
is so real.
It's
What are you
way
doing?
it's way more fun for me than sending an email and sending flyers and waiting for a response. It's way more fun for the shop to shop that way,
Yeah.
and it's way more fun to just watch in general. And it's something for me to put on my Instagram, and it works perfect. Every shop will tell you. Every single shop across the whole country, they know who I am and they watch my shit, and that's how they buy the stuff, and that's how I sell the stuff. So
Do you feel low key famous that like if you go like on a road trip and people are just like, oh my god, are you Derm Collins? Are you Dermbot?
no, that only happens around like Southern California,
Only
or when I'm with like the toy dudes, because then there's like toy machine fans that come around and they recognize me from the brand, and then they're like, oh, you're the toy dude. But there's a lot of times at video premieres when people want me to like do the thing, and I'm like, no way, because in the warehouse I'm by myself.
Point
you
at
know?
that fucking thing for me.
Yeah, I'm like, in the warehouse, it's like being in this giant room by
Like,
yourself.
you don't understand.
No,
That's the only
you're
thing
telling
that's
me-
making me
are
sane.
you seriously that people have done that to you?
Yeah,
To the point?
I went to the like America Green premiere, and that was like the only time it really popped off. They were like, "Oh, dude, that's the dude from the Toy Machine Instagram," because I put America on there all the time.
I keep saying toy machine needs to give Derm like a guest board, but it's like a pawn hand like,
that'd be
with
sick.
a phone just pointing at some shit.
So while we were waiting in line for that, they were telling me to do that, and I was like, "Oh no, I can't do that. I don't act like that." You know what I mean? It's almost like how you act when you're in the bathroom or in the shower. You're like singing songs or you're dancing around or something, but like, because no one's in the warehouse. It's like being in this room by yourself. So
I will say the one time I have visited you at Tumyeto, the first thing I did was like, bro, let's walk down the hall. And I was just like, first of all, I was like, damn, it's so much smaller than I.
Yeah, it's
dude,
a lot
in your
smaller.
videos, I was thinking when I was about to walk in there that this shit was massive.
the
And then
whole building was big.
But no, dude, this is the one that I like, the newer one that I went to. I was like, oh, and then I was like, as soon as I did it, I was like, oh shit, like, oh, okay, it does look
You
mad
can
bigger
see
in here,
it.
son. Like,
You could see it when you stretch it out in the footage.
I felt so tight because you were right behind me.
Yeah, it's easy with you, but like Kurt's been down there a couple times. Dude's coming around, you know what I mean? But I'm not trying to like, this is Ed Tibbleton and Kurt Hodge and Jamie Thomas. Like when
Yeah.
dudes are around, it's super weird for me to even like do that. I'm like, the only thing I do, I'm like, all right, before you go, just stand next to that thing, and I take a photo of them next to this like toy machine painting we have.
When you
And
have
that's
the
all
like
I
the
do.
happy birthday shout outs and shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, shit like
Me
that.
and Jamie were in the sales office though one time, and like Derm was like off doing his own thing, and when he's like talking to this on the phone, he's like that. He's going in. He's like all peppy, all hype. I hung up, and then fucking Jamie's like, "Damn, Derm, like."
It's
Yeah,
like,
I get
some
it.
of that.
I take our job serious because
You're in your own little mini Wolf of Wall Street.
yeah, I got my little
Snakes.
cubicle thing. I take our job serious because I love it. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah, I was
we
gonna say it
grew
helps
up with
that you like love Toy Machine.
Yeah, especially Toy Machine Foundation stuff. Like we all grew up on that stuff being just the sickest. So,
Zero
and
needs to come home.
luckily,
to Yeto.
Oh, you
dude.
have like so many like 16-year-old's dream job.
I have
you know?
16-year-old me's dream
Exactly.
job. You know
That's
what I
what I
mean?
was saying.
So, and Tumyeto was always like just down. I hop on the trolley, go like 10 stops, and there it is. And we'd
Yeah.
always like look in the windows and look at all the boards stacked and look at dudes skating the ramp. So.
Did you really?
Yeah, it's right there. It was always right there in downtown, right off the tracks. So,
Yeah.
but Black Box
Off
was
commercial.
the first one that became available, so I had to make the trek up there. So,
Dude, the old black box, the original with like the double set and the mini ramp, like the double warehouse.
Oh yeah.
Oh my, that was the best skate park.
God damn.
The best.
Just rolling in on that big roll in, hit the fucking hip, and then the corner pocket.
it was the best.
Dude, that first day
Dreamland.
that I ever went there was with you
Mhm.
and John Roop and Tommy.
Yep.
And these dudes warned me because like we partied all night the night before. We went to bed at like 4 in the morning. Tommy came in at like 6 or
Dude, we were
6:30 to the Lemon Grove house at the KTA mansion.
We were probably 21, maybe.
Maybe. And
You
dude,
could
all
do
of a sudden the
everything.
door opens. Tommy walks in. He's like, if you guys want to skate today, hop in the car in 5 minutes. And we were just passed out on the couches.
Probably like 8 in the morning, 7:30 in the morning or something.
Dude, it was like 7. It was,
Mhm.
dude, because we didn't sleep very long. And then fucking, like, I remember you and John were just like, get up and get in the car. All right, cool, let's go. Grabbed a hoodie, grabbed the board, boom, let's go. And then we went to like Kmart or Walmart, and he bought like a helicopter.
Something weird.
Yeah, like a helicopter. He was like fucking around with it in the store, and then he was all stoked on it. And there was like this big ass spliff, just weed, just not even spliff, but just weed probably like that long, sitting in his twisted up in his coffee or cup holder. And John and you were like, "Yo, don't tell Tommy you've never been to Black Box." And somehow it came up that I'd never been to Black Box, and because they were told me that he was like, "Tommy's gonna get you too high to skate." Because he just likes to fuck with people the first time there.
Connor was really looking forard to skating the park for the first time.
It up this way.
Oh, I was like slouching over.
There you go. Right. Yeah. So I was super pumped because I was like, "Nah, son, ain't gonna go down like that." And then sure enough, Derm's sitting shotgun. They're hitting it. Passes it to John. John passes me. I'm like, grab the joint, and I just pass it right over to Tommy. And he's like, "Who didn't smoke?"
Damn, he like looked at the fucking how much of it,
dude. I handed it back to him, and he's like, "Who didn't smoke?" And then he looks at me in the rearview mirror, and he just said, "Smoke." And I was like, "All right." And I just grabbed it, and I started hitting it, and then I went to go pass it back. He's like, "Smoke," and I just kept hitting it, and I was just like, I passed it, and then it came back around. Dude, I got the highest I've been in a really long time at that point. And he was blasting all that goddamn reggae.
So
and
loud.
It was in the old Lincoln,
loud,
in the Lincoln, bro, and I was just head back.
Was it reggae or like that techno
reggae?
No.
It was
this was
reggae.
roots.
Okay.
This is
I'm
like
talking
Ride the
like,
Sky era reggae.
Yeah,
dreadlock
roots
Tommy.
reggae, bro. Like old school shit, like dub from like 60s or 70s reggae.
Sick.
Dude, so gnarly. And then we get there, and I'm just like, I couldn't even barely stand on my board. And you guys remember that's when I was wearing like XXX and like XXL clothes.
Super red t-shirts,
dude,
and giant
big
blue
hair.
jeans.
Yeah, just all over the place. And I get in there, and I have this Peter Smolik like 7.6 board, tiny little thing. And I'm trying to skate, and then Matt Mumford and Adrian Lopez walked in, and they sat next to me, and they were trying to talk to me, and I was like, I just like sat there and like spazzed, and then I slipped out on all the fucking ramps. I slid down, like I went to roll down the ramp, and the ground was all slick, and I slipped out and fell. And they were like, "Dude, who the fuck is this dude?"
Dude, Tommy just posted a little snippet of his Ride the Sky part.
Yeah.
Just earlier
It was
today.
that day.
Yeah, just earlier today on his Instagram, and it really like took me back to that whole time because I was skating with him every day. If he wasn't on a trip to China or Thailand or something at the time, he was like skating around here, and I was with him every day.
Yeah.
And just seeing all those clips and watching him do that, and just thinking of like,
Dude,
the
wait.
antics you were doing during those times.
Tell about the rest of that day though, because after we left, then we went to Patrick Henry.
Oh,
Do you remember that?
dude, I remember.
Is that when he blunted it?
So we went to Patrick Henry, and then I started not getting high no more. So I was like, all right, it's tight. And fucking Slash was there, and
After
Jamie
you
was there.
leave,
Yeah.
Your paradise.
paradise
Most of
part.
the same day.
I
We went to
love
City
that
College the
gimmick.
same day, right?
Same day. We drove from Lemon Grove to North County to back to East County so he could blunt the rail. And me and you were skating, like playing skate way at the end of the basketball courts. And Tommy just looked at us from across the, like from the top of the rail. And he's like, "Stop skating." We're just like, all right.
Yeah, he ended up not doing it. And he
Yeah.
just board slid fake it a bunch of times and then tried to frontside flip the whole shit. And then he's like, "Let's just get out of here."
We got kicked out though.
Yeah, we got kicked out
We
by
got
some
kicked
football
out by
coach.
the baseball coach.
But he was like
Something
too
like that.
scared to try it anyways. So he's like, "Let's just go to Brooklyn. I'll do it on that." Does it down Brooklyn 16. And then we go from Brooklyn
To City.
College.
Yeah.
And and we met James Hardy there. And then Tommy did the 270 lip. I did the
Derm
hard
hard flipped it.
I did the hard flip.
Dude, but wait.
James Hardy did the fake flip.
You're just like grazing over this. There's such a sick story behind this. Like, wait.
How
hold
many
on.
stairs is Patrick Henry?
17.
Really?
Mhm.
That's a big ass.
Dude,
It's
he tried to
huge.
frontside flip it for
I
no
feel like that's
reason.
almost the size of Skyline.
Bro, he literally like ollied
bigger,
over the
right?
rail like
I'd
first
like-
try.
It's crazy to say Skyline's like a good 20.
Because I
It's
feel, I feel
a
like
very inviting 20.
Yeah.
Patrick Henry is
has
a
anyone
very
s-
huge.
who's
17.
sailed Patrick Henry just
Can't Russell all it, I think.
Yeah,
that would
in
make
the
sense.
storm.
And that's
In the
it?
storm. Everybody will just hit the rail, and then everybody goes over
Yeah.
into the
Well,
bank.
yeah,
Surely
there's-
somebody tries this.
I mean, I guess it's just
Right? Is
stupid.
anyone-
Like,
I don't know.
if
yeah.
I watch somebody like
It's
do
real
any
bad.
trick down Patrick Henry, like idiot.
It'd
Right?
be
There's a,
memorable.
there's a rail and a pig there.
It would
Dude,
be
it's just not the
memorable.
spot.
Ryan Smith back lip, the fucking
Yeah.
back lip to head bash, and then he did it.
What's crazy is like all the tricks that we grew up watching, and like even when we were in high school, and like even after, like Pretty Sweet came out. I feel like 5 years ago, but it came out like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
or
like
something.
10 years
But
ago.
I know.
The level of skating was so high then, and then Instagram came out, and everybody is as good as like Guy Mariano now.
It's
Everybody
all
is
just
everybody.
door openers, though. You know, like
Yeah.
once you see what's available.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
what you're capable
you're
of.
like you're shown the knowledge, and you're like, oh, you could just do this trick like that.
That's what I
We
just
had to wait
saw,
forever for boards or for videos when we were kids.
Yeah.
And that's when you would
Forever.
like learn of like.
well,
oh,
there was
you can-
actual hype.
Yeah.
Like true, like just like a full current, like to the date example of it is I just saw like absolutely no respect to the homie that did it because it's fucking insane. I would never step to it, but like there's like footage of a homie switch bombing library.
Yeah.
You
Library
know?
Hill. Saw it today. Yeah.
Which is
the Milton one. That.
fucking shocking. you
Somebody
know?
just switch bombed it.
Yeah.
Dictionary Hill. Dictionary Hill.
Oh,
Dictionary?
dictionary.
Yeah,
I said library.
My mom used to live at the top
I
of
just
that.
knew it had something to do with education.
Yeah, that's close.
But
Books.
I wouldn't say did the whole thing switch. But
Almost like 3/4.
I mean, Milton pushed in from the top like a madman.
Dude, that was insanity.
Nonetheless, like absolutely
Smoked.
no disrespect, you know, and it like backfired on homie because I was just like waking up this morning like catching up on all the just Instagram reality that we all live in.
Yeah,
know?
you wake up and just like
And
straight
like
to that.
the whole
Yeah.
like he just posted it like he went thrill seeked like fucking went in like rolled in. It was like not from the top. He didn't push in, you know, whatever. Bomb the fucking thing switch. I would never even think of doing that, you know. And it's gnarly, and he went there and thrill seeked it, you know. Granted, he probably wouldn't have done it if Milton didn't come out with that fucking bomb, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
But that's how
then,
fast
and
the
he just
turnaround.
posted it, you know. He's out there thrill seeking. Fuck yeah, post it. You just switch bomb the fucking gnarliest hill, like, you know. And then just the comments, like the bullshit that we live in now. People are like, fucking take that, Milton. Blah blah blah. Like this is that. Like
Yeah.
whatever, you know.
That's
It's
what they
like-
said.
And then the homeboy that
course.
actually did it, respect to him, was just like made another post and was like, whoa, like. Absolutely, like, did not do that for that response. You know, I just saw the hill because of Instagram and was like, damn, I want to go check it out. And switch bomb ended up switch bombing.
I'm the
you
switch
know?
bomb guy.
It wasn't like
You know what I
it wasn't
mean?
like a thing like, all right, like fucking make
Yeah, he
me
wasn't
sody
going to
or
take
whatever,
out
you know. Or
Milton.
it wasn't
Yeah.
to take out Milton. He was opportunity because he saw it on Instagram. That's the way things go. Because once you notice something's possible, it makes it a little bit easier, you know.
Yeah.
Without Milton doing it, maybe probably wouldn't have even went to the hill or like considered switch bombing,
Or
you know
even
what I
have
mean?
known about the hill.
And that's
itself.
how that progression works. Because once you see something in
makes
like a spot or what's possible, you know,
It turns the
then it's
turnaround
just
is quick.
boom,
Yeah.
boom, 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 and it's
Yeah.
like progressing like.
The social media makes
way
the
too
world
fast.
so small.
Yeah.
It does. Well, I
Makes
mean,
the whole world so small.
But respect to that dude, because
Yeah, that's fucking
yo, mad
insane.
respect.
it was fucking gnarly,
That's
and he
madman.
had like the wherewithal to just like make a post like, "Yo, like
that's super
fuck
dangerous.
you guys for saying like that I'm doing this at a stab to Milton or like to compare myself to Milton." He was like, "I just ended up at the hill to check it out and fucking decided to thrill seek." Basically,
You probably got the
you know?
location on Instagram too, because they tag everything.
yeah,
You can
for
like,
sure.
there it is.
I mean, you can find that thing pretty
Yeah.
easy.
91977, baby. Just look over there. There it is.
Dude,
That
that
thing is
photo
just-
was fucking
It used to be hanging
so
up right there when it
sick.
fell down.
yeah. Oh, is that why? I was like, dude, I came in one day and it was there. I was like, that was so sick.
They got spots in Spring Valley. Dude, there's a shootout rail I want to take you to. Or like your
wait,
crew to.
wait.
Seen?
We grazed over the day about you doing that hard flip. I just want to tell
Oh,
everybody.
yeah.
It's
Oh,
good.
yeah.
No, it's
I'll
all
get out
good.
of here. I'm gonna take a piss. I think
I
it's
did.
his foot that's squeaking.
Ah.
Yeah.
All good. But
You can
the one thing
squeak
I want
away.
to tell about that is that when we went to City College to like, it was the 10. It was the 12. It was the 12
and
then the 10. Okay.
Yeah.
Tommy was doing the line. James Hardy did his line. And then Tommy did his line. He did like the 180. And then it was like half cab board down the rail. That was it. And then he did a single, which was, I don't know how you want to refer to it, but it was a front side 360,
Front 270 lip.
front 270 lip. Okay, yeah. And he kept doing it. And then Jamie.
Over and over and over
dude,
again,
I shit
dude.
you not, maybe like 10.
Jamie was making
12,
them, right?
Dude,
Yeah.
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 Jamie was at the top filming VX, and he was like, do it again. And then
Dude, okay, so real quick about that. Tommy was 270 lipping the 12 over and over, which is fucked up. And he would land on the left side of the 10-star rail. And Jamie's like, all right, do it again and land on the right side of the rail. And he'd do it and do that. And he's like, all right, do it again and land and run into the 10 rail. He's like, and you do it, and Tommy did it. And he's like, all right, do it this time and ollie the 10. And he'd
Yep.
do it and did it. He's like, do it this time and bail the 10
Yeah,
star.
yeah.
And he'd do it and did it. And you're like,
dude, one of them, he's like, do that, and then try to crook the rail on the wall on the side there, over there. Like,
dude, watching all that happen, like, whoa, watching the craziest skating I've ever seen
dude,
in my
he
life.
did one that
So
was
gnarly.
like, he's like, just do it regular, go to fakie or some bullshit, or go back to switch or something. He did it so fucking perfect. I mean, like,
Such
we
a
watched
heavy
him do
trick.
it like 10
Such a heavy trick.
times, and he did it this perfect this one time, and everybody knew because he had the bubble right underneath it as well, and everybody's like, that was the one. And like Tommy went to go sit down, and fucking Jamie just looked at him.
Do another one fisheye. Do another one
Dude
long
just
one.
looked at him.
every option. He's like, so we're gonna go in the edited bay and see whichever one is working. If you're locked into it and you're landing it this easy, just keep doing it, and we're just gonna pick the best one. It was like
Prime Chief.
I was like, hell no.
Did
I'm
he
gonna
sacked,
take the
he
first one.
sacked one too,
take
and it
the
was
first
like
one.
he just got up and fucking went back up to the top.
Did that
Tommy was
caveman grunt.
dude. He was unstoppable at the time.
But
All right.
then he did it, whatever, 10, 15 tries later, couple sacks later, and he fucking looks at Derm and he's like, basically said, you know, if you hard flip it within a couple tries, it's going in my part and fall in the sky.
I wasn't
ride
even
the sky.
I wasn't even skating the stairs that day. I was skating the rail with Tommy and James, and I was just doing stock tricks like 50-50s and 5-0s on it because I like just got comfortable with rails, and then the session was super hot, and it was like,
Damn, you 5-0'd that? That's sick.
yeah, 5-0.
It was pretty tough, dude.
Jamie's got it, huh? I'll find
Maybe,
it.
yeah, probably.
I don't know.
If
I
that-
wasn't even filming, bro. I was just sitting there.
You were there.
I was definitely there. I was losing my goddamn
Yeah,
mind.
I started getting comfortable with rails, and it was like the sickest session of my life. Atiba was there shooting photos. Jamie was filming with VX, like all these pros. Like it was sick. So I was trying to go off, and I was just skating the rail with Tommy because he was like shook on the trick, but I was stoked to just skate the rail with the dude. So, and he's like, dude, you should hard flip this. We'll put it in my part. And I was like, what? Like, I want to nose blunt it. He's like, no, do hard flip.
It was way sicker than that. Tommy
I
was
don't know, I
sitting
suck at
on the
this.
corner stair, like the 5. That's like if you're like 90 degreed at the rail. I was sitting right next to Tommy, and he's like, "Yo, you hard flip that. I'll put that shit in my part." And Derm was standing at the top. He's like, "Bet." But like,
or whatever it was at the time.
whatever it was at the time, like, yeah,
You're the
like-
bomb, dude.
Yeah, something like, "Yo, say less" or something like that, you know. And then he fucking did it
Hella.
second or third try. And it was the most fucking perfect thing I'd ever seen, and to the point where like he landed it, and I literally just held it in so bad. I was just, and then as soon as like you seen Jamie go like this, I was, like fucking stomped, son. Bolts, 12 stair, hard flip, done. It was over.
I wanted to ollie the
good
10
you
stair. I
held
was
it in.
bummed.
Dude, I had
Just botched my clip like that.
I know. I was just like, dude, when we saw it at the fucking, we were like walking up to the premiere at Ride the Sky, and fucking Ollie had just, shout out Ollie, he fucking shotgunned
No,
a
do
Four
not
Loko.
shout out
Oh
Ollie.
no,
Out.
is he not tight? Is he not tight?
Who?
Okay, never mind. This guy shotgunned a Four Loko right before we went in. And it was horrible. And then we went in.
Backtracking.
You see what I mean?
It was all bad news after that. But I sat next to Derm at the premiere, and I was like, "Do you think Tommy's gonna put your trick in his part?" And he's like, "That's what he said." And then, dude, we see the
Still didn't
270
know.
lip, and then he fucking the next clip, you just see Derm hard flip it, and it was like from this buttery top angle, and it was just like, "What the fuck, fool?" Like just losing our goddamn minds. I think that was the most amazing premiere I'd ever been to. To
It
this
was all
day.
downhill after that
Dude,
on
it
the
was fucking
skateboard, dude.
gangster,
It's all been hard after that.
Because everybody just requests hard flip this, Derm.
I know,
Yeah, that's
right?
true, though.
I got
That is
stuck in
true.
that little vortex, and I missed that little window of being able to do other tricks now. And then now I'm just old and grumpy, and I'm like, I'll just indie this. Street grab every time.
That's still chill.
I think,
Still chill.
I mean, insult to industry, insult to industry, insult to
Yeah, fuck the
industry,
industry.
or whatever the topic is. But the first time I ever kicked it with you, we were skating, and I just knew who you were because you were the dude that hard flipped it,
Yep.
That's
you know.
sick.
And then we
serious?
went. Do you remember the set in East County?
You
and
board sliding some shit?
no, or maybe
Or was
yeah,
it 12
earlier that
stair?
day. It was
Was it-
out in like Alpine or some shit.
Same day.
And
I was trying
tried
to
that board slide
hard
on the-
flip some shit.
and
Yeah.
you hard flipped the shit in like 2 tries, and I was like, "That is dude."
That's sick. Yeah, I remember that day. You were trying that kinky board slide. I remember that. That was sick.
I still want to go back to that thing. It's
Yeah,
dope.
I remember we went to a bunch of spots out there, but it's like way the fuck
Yeah.
out east, so it's no man's land.
Can I grab a beer?
Yeah, man, I hard flip City College 12, and
Make it
the
two.
skate industry was like, you can come on in, dude. And
I mean, that shit. You need one too.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I've been here since, and now that I've been working in the industry like for like 10 plus years, it's like there's no way I could like go work at Starbucks or something, you know,
Yeah,
or
what do you-
like
No.
Easy,
go
easy,
do some
easy,
shit.
easy.
No, this is no like some
Whoa, 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 whoa,
corpo,
whoa.
like
You are a steel mill, sir.
Steel
yeah,
bucks.
this is like the good shit. You know
This
what
is
I
the
mean?
good shit. This is
Yeah, I wouldn't
This
go
is
work
sick.
at.
I gotta give a shout out to Shea
Thanks,
for
Kurt.
opening this shit up.
Yeah, thanks,
been
Shay,
fun.
You
so
and your
much.
partner, this place
I
is
like
rad.
shit like this. We get together, use it for That's what it's all about.
We're social distancing, but we're all together here, folks.
Yes, we are.
We all
Goddamn
hugged
right.
when we got here.
We touched, dude. We all touched.
We did not practice social distancing at first.
We all have the same cooties. We're practicing group immunity right now.
Dude, oh my goodness. Do you feel like, just to kind of maybe shift gears a little bit, do you guys feel like anything has changed differently, like maybe moving forward into the next, I actually didn't finish what I wanted to say at the beginning of the podcast, which is like one of the reasons I wanted to have you guys on. You were on the year-end wrap-up last year.
Okay. Yep.
So I'm not having a year-end wrap-up this year probably, but
I don't. Last time I was on the show, I blacked out.
Yeah. Your hair was blue.
dude, your hair was blue. Well, that's when Nick Adams came. That was when
Yeah.
Nick Adams came, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Kurt, I black out every time I'm on this show.
Fuck yeah, I gotta be a little bit better.
I'm usually way more stoned than I am
Dude,
this time. So.
No, that's why I wanted to have you guys on, because especially at this could be kind of a year-end wrap-up. It's like 3 of the most important people in my life right now, always.
God
in general.
damn.
Just in general.
Just right now.
Just right now.
He kind of did like
Yeah.
give us a compliment and then
No, guys, god damn it. Stop. Nah. But especially, this has been a trying year for everybody, and especially like for the listeners around the world. I know that they've been consuming the podcast at a higher rate because I know everybody's at home. Whether it doesn't matter in the world where you are right now. But it's like, do you feel maybe that this year has changed all you guys in a sense where you're maybe more appreciative, or you're looking forward to maybe 2021 in a sense where like, damn, you just want to like let this year kind of be forgotten, or you know what I mean? Has it been trying for you? Has there been other things? I mean, like Derm, we didn't even talk about it. Is like, you went on a fucking cross country road trip in the middle of this shit.
Yeah, man. I've been experiencing a whole lot of stuff rapidly, just like everybody else has, just because of the COVID stuff. And yeah, I went on a road trip from here in San Diego to New York and back, and with a little layover weekend stay in Nashville. Yeah, I had a
shout out truck.
shout out
Dude,
Jason
Truck
Hunt.
is the homie.
Yeah.
Shout out Jason Hunt in Nashville, Tennessee. He's the best dude, and he's doing really big things out there.
He's killing it. That place is amazing.
His shop was torn down in a tornado.
What?
There was a tornado literally like a week before the announcement that COVID hit the United States. Before we were even locked down, before this, it was like February. Like a tornado hit, ruined a shop. It was devastating. It was horrible.
Leveled it.
And then a week later, they were like, hey, the virus is here. Everybody shut down. And then there was no way for him to even remotely bounce back because he literally had to start from the ground up, literally. So the shop went out of business, but he turned it all around. He has insurance and stuff. He's all set up, and it's all good. He turned it around, and he started working on his house. That's what inspired me to get the truck that I have, but we call him Truck because he's always driven a really big pickup truck, and that's the only thing he buys. That's the only thing he drives, and he likes to collect them and like change them out for a bigger one and bigger one every time. So we call him Truck. He's the sickest dude. He is the sickest dude. He's so nice. He's a heart of gold. So yeah, his shop got taken out. I didn't know it was his birthday, but I went on this random trip just because I was in lockdown and I was like sick of working from home. I have a bunch of homeless people that live outside of my house, so I didn't even feel safe. I didn't.
I seen it.
When all this stuff was starting, you didn't know how to gauge it, and I just didn't feel safe, like being in my house. And I was like, oh, I could just work from my car anywhere I want. Fuck being at home.
With a hotspot and shit, right?
Yeah, exactly. So it's something to do, get to explore some places, and
Plus, you went and visited some shops as well, right?
Yeah,
And, like,
I
you
mean,
can
I tried to, and I
with
kept
And
it.
homies.
Yeah.
I kept it super low key. At first, I was like super excited about it, reaching out to everybody. But at the same time, it was the beginning of the COVID stuff,
Yeah,
everybody was locking down, and nobody knew how to treat this stuff. If I went now, everybody'd be like, "Yeah, dude, cruise." You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
but at the time, they're like, "Oh, we can't really have you and your girlfriend come to the skate shop." I'm like,
She
dude,
can wait in the car.
yeah, it was like super weird. And then
Crack a
my work got kind of bummed that I was like going out and like I was in this state and that state, and they thought I was like partying and doing all this stuff. I was like, I'm literally not getting out of my car. They're like, you're going visiting shops and you're shaking hands with this guy, shaking hands with that guy, then eating here. Like, so they were bummed on all the visiting and stuff. So I had to cut some visits. I was like lining stuff up, and then I had to cut some visits short. But I did make some stops in some shops and visit some like really good people. Like, you talk to everybody, but certain people you really click with, like, as far as the sales stuff goes. And I'm like, yo, Floyd, you have a skate park in Louisville, Kentucky, and I'm driving through there. Can I stop by? He's like, oh, yeah, we're all locked down, so it's just me and this giant skate park, so of course you can come skate by yourself. And your girlfriend can take some videos of you. I'll show you my half pipe. So he was cool. He knows me. He trusts me. I've been working with everybody for 6 years, so it's not like I'm just some kid walking in to just skate this park. You know what I mean? I basically work at the shop with them. I'm their toy machine guy. That's how they get their boards. So. So the trip was cool, but it was a little weird. We didn't get to do everything in every city that we wanted. But did that, came back. Me and the girl unfortunately broke up, but that opened up new doors to get into other opportunities by myself and put my money in places and put my time in other places. So with that.
So a good year. And like, even though it's we're in a global pandemic, it was a lot of good things have happened for you.
Absolutely. And kind of touching base on what we were talking about before, the industry, the skateboarding industry blew up because everybody needed outdoor activities because no one can go to work. All these kids were out of school. Everybody got $1,200 except me. So everybody was on
that. That's gnarly.
Everybody was collecting unemployment, and so they had money and nothing to do, and they were being told to just go outside and figure it out. So skateboarding has been booming through this whole lockdown stuff, and we're locked back down again. So as long as production stays up, like, the shit's booming. So work's been super busy, and fortunately for me, it's been very lucrative, like the turnaround for sales, and I've been able to like do things like
we had a fucking shortage in the whole industry of boards just because
so many people were buying boards.
So that happened, and then going back
From
saying
pretty much 3 points of the industry.
Exactly. So going back to my bike riding, that's another outdoor activity. And it was so hard to get skate stuff that I would try to buy Spitfire wheels from like skate shops just to try them because I'm just surrounded by pigs all day. Everybody talks about Formula floors, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to buy a set. You know what I mean? I'm going to see what these are really like. And I just can't even get them. No shop has them until like Colorado. And I'm like not even Southern California shops. You can't get them. So I try to get a bike, and the bike industry is the same. Like, everybody bought the bikes. Everybody bought all the rollerblades. Everybody bought all the roller skates. And it's just like,
God damn.
It's been a very, very busy year for work. So
Indies?
that's been coffee beans. Everybody needs coffee.
No, indies.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think you said indie.
Indies.
Yeah.
No, indies.
I thought you said beans.
Got a fucking crack pair of indies. Trying to buy a pair of indies.
You ride 149s?
Nobody had indies.
You know you can send those in, right?
There's no indies.
They won't send it back.
I tried that with Thunder. There's none.
I tried that with Thunder. They said they won't send any back.
I'm riding these things till death because I'm about to break through both sides of it, and I'm so hyped.
Damn.
I'm gonna frame those fucking things.
I know. Yeah, I like sent one off because I would like at Black Box Park we had that concrete coping, so I'd break through these things all the time, just doing front 5.0s at lunchtime every day. And then like I started just sending them in and getting new trucks back because they have a lifetime warranty. And then one day Jamie was like, "What are you doing? Like, you don't want to keep this thing?" And so now I've been collecting them. But then I'm just turning into a hoarder.
Yeah, I mean that's the problem.
Yeah.
I've only ever bent axles, but I'm finally like actually going like to the, like grinding to the axle and like cracking it, and like I'm like, dude, I can't wait till I get this thing just like fully grinded off. I'll frame that shit.
I don't think I've ever broken a truck. I've never broken.
I couldn't get fucking indies all summer, so.
Damn.
And I'm surrounded by a lot of professional skateboarders that ride for Indy.
I was gonna say,
it's like, yo, can I get a pair? And he's like, no,
that's the thing, dude. Like, I am literally in a warehouse full of skate product, and I can't even get my own wheels that I sell to skate shops, like, because we're out of wheels. So I'm like, I'll just look for some dope ass Spitfires if I can't ride pigs. Like, nope, we don't have them either. I'm like, so that's just the whole industry. So work's been crazy. No girlfriend shit's been crazy. Missed the trip to Europe because of COVID.
Fuck.
So I got the refund from that.
Dude, I remember that.
Yeah, we won't go into that too much. I was supposed to go to Europe. The trip got canceled because of COVID. Got the refund.
Shut the border down like a week before he was about to leave.
Dude, okay.
You just be a year deep in Europe right now. Like,
dude, fuck it.
Fluent Spanish.
Dude,
Big ass
fluent
beard.
Spanish.
some sick French
Married.
chick.
Dude, there was
Speaking-
one day. we haven't talked about this since that day.
He's so married with a kid already.
Dude, we were fucking
4-year-old child.
He's all 4. Mine.
Dude, during COVID, this fucking I hadn't left my house in like a couple days, and I fucking called Derm one day, and I was like, "Yo, what are you doing?" Like I FaceTimed him, and it was like in the middle of the morning or something. He's like, "I'm just chilling." Dude, we were on the phone like FaceTiming for like 6 hours. Not even fucking
Dude.
kidding you, just talking shit all day. Like, what are you doing? He's like, "Oh, I'm just working." And I was like, "I be doing shit in my house," and I'm just like, "So man, da 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 da," and we just like talking.
Having live login.
COVID be having you on some different, dog.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
telling
Like,
you.
that's what I'm saying. Like, when I ask you this question about like, has things been different? Because like, dude, it really has been. Like, I don't remember the last time I talked to you for 6 hours when we're not actually hanging out.
Yeah, physically. Yeah.
Physically, it was just like, all right, man. It got to a point too. It was like, hey, my phone's about to die. I was like, hold on, I'll call you back. And then we'd like hook it up, and then just be like, all right, yeah. It was like, cause
I don't think I've talked to anybody for 6 hours.
dude, me and Derm could talk forever.
Dude, we're different. Though. Kurt's like, do not call me.
How long have we been talking?
No
Dude,
FaceTime.
Probably about an hour right now. Yeah, it's about an hour. What about you, Hodge?
What?
Like, do you think, like, have you reflected at all? Like, not to sound too lame or nothing. 'Cause
No,
know
I
it sounds
mean,
kinda pussy.
yeah, I mean, it was weird initially when it shut down, but this has been the best, worst year ever, pretty much, because our DTC, our direct-to-consumer, like, really picked up. Zero's doing great. I got to, like, not have to go in the office every day and sit around from 9 to 5. I'm, like, got more free time, and we hired somebody for the warehouse so I can go skate and shoot and do whatever, and
Sick.
we did a trip to, we flew to Ohio and like drove back because Adam Runsky, our sales dude, had to
Karunsky.
Krunsky had to get a van back. So yeah, we made a trip out of it, and I don't know, we're just doing little things here and there. But even then, it was like, hotels were open. I don't know, it was weird, but spots were closed, and I don't know, it was good.
Yeah.
When you were going across the country, did you feel like you could actually see it? Because I mean, like, I just got back from Albuquerque. When I was out there, it's like when you're in Cali and you see a lockdown, it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But when you're out in the middle of fucking nowhere and it's a lockdown, it's like, dude, there ain't nobody out there.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I mean, did you feel that way when you were going across country? You're like, dude, this is fucking mad weird.
I mean, a little bit, but like, fuck, when we're traveling, we don't really want to see anybody anyways. So it was kind of nice not
Keep a
having.
tight knit
No,
crew.
it's skateboarder's paradise on
Yeah.
the road for
So
sure.
like, you go to the school and it's fucking empty, and there's nobody there to kick you out, and everybody's, the neighbors are locked up in their house across the street. They don't even want to call the cops or whatever. They don't hear it. So it was good, but cops still kick you out whenever they get the chance. It sucks, and I don't know.
But they can't arrest you right now.
Yeah, I guess that's a thing.
Dude, I got hit by a fucking car, like up in
That
the
was,
Bay Area.
hey, I seen that real quick. That was your fault. You cannot ride your bike on the sidewalk. Though.
Yeah, I realized.
And
this
you're going the wrong way.
afterwards. Yes, I'm not gonna say that I wasn't at fault because I found out after the fact, but I was doing it because I thought that was the safer method. But still, the guy fucking hit and run, and he fucking left, and I was like, but
yeah,
it was
nonetheless.
he hit me.
That's
and
a freebie, dog.
He pieced. Yeah, it is a freebie. But the guy told me after the fact, the cop was like, because of COVID, the most we would have done is given him a ticket. But because there's so many backed up cases right now, because it was something and you're fine, he's like, it's literally going to be nothing.
In other words, he was like, everybody hates us right now. So I'm not trying to piss off.
Blue lives do not matter right now.
We are
in a
on
lot of
thin
heat.
fucking ice right
Honestly-
It needs to be fucking bank robbery for me.
Dude,
to
they literally, I asked the guy, my dad was standing right there, and I was like, so basically, short of murder, like, you are not going to get in trouble right now? He's like, more or less.
So real quick before you go to Shea, that was one thing that sparked my road trip in the beginning. Like I said, I have a bunch of homeless people in the front of my house, and there was one going crazy. I was throwing him up on my Instagram. He was like spitting on
remember that
cars
guy.
in the laundromat and like going crazy in the streets. We had to call the cops on him because he's in our driveway at one point. So we called the cops to get him to wheel him away, and they said the same thing. They won't take him because this is just too petty. Like some crazy bum just freaking out in the streets, like, call a real crime. I'm like, what? So you're just gonna leave him here? And I was like, oh, I gotta break out.
That's why you got to go out there and handle some shit. Just like lay it down.
You
real
don't, but
quick.
you don't want to even touch a person or approach a person like that. Like,
Especially in the beginning, like
You
when
give him a
you're
hit him with a
just,
stick.
like,
yeah, this
naive,
is like
"Oh."
April. This was like April when
yeah.
the shit was brand new. It was like, we'll be back to work in like 2 weeks anyway. So whatever. We'll
Yeah.
just write it out. So.
Bro, I don't know. I'd get mad creative. I'd get like a hose and just start spraying him. Like,
Have
bitch,
you
get off
ever-
my fucking thing.
Have you ever seen that video of Dixon spraying down the fucking bum out front of their house?
No,
Oh my
what?
god.
What are you talking about?
It's definitely on YouTube. It's like at Colin's house when he lived in Long Beach, and there's like a bum, like, or not even. I wouldn't even give him a justice of being a bum. Like, probably just a fucking
Creature.
tweaker.
Some zombie. I just call them zombies.
Like pretty much trying to like break into the house like in the middle of daylight, like in their driveway, and it's just Dixon just sitting there calm as fuck, just dousing him with the hose. While he's just freaking
So
out,
good.
just sitting there, just hosing him down.
You can picture it perfectly.
You know,
Dixon
Yeah,
just
right.
solo,
Funny.
So good.
smoking a
Dude.
cigarette.
yeah, right.
Yeah,
Just
dude.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Just classic Dixon, and with full Dixon style, just like somehow stylishly,
stone cold, but still
somehow with
steezy.
style,
Yeah.
spraying him down with water.
Just oozing with style always, dude. That guy is
Dude,
so
even
smooth.
sprays down bums. Cool.
Dude, there was when I was living in San Francisco back in like 2015. I worked at this cafe, and the owner of the cafe, I came in one day, and
Cha
Oh,
cha
you
cha.
told me this story.
did I tell you about this?
I love this.
No, it wasn't at Cha Cha. It was at Basic. Not Cha Cha Cha. It was at Basic.
Shout out Cha Cha Cha.
Shout out cha
Cha's
cha
is the
cha.
best restaurant on the
R.I.P.
planet.
Right?
What?
I swear they closed down, like not even before, not even on some COVID
What
shit.
the fuck is cha cha cha?
It's
What?
just like Mexican food.
No,
Is it Mexican food?
No.
I don't know. I got blacked out on sangrias.
Sir, you are like
I
about
got-
to offend the fuck out of me right
I got
now,
blacked
Fred.
out. I got
appears
blacked
he
out on
did.
sangria there. I don't know.
That's exactly right.
That's my first taste of sangria there.
Right?
Dude,
That's my
I
first
love
real
it.
taste.
It's a Cuban restaurant.
Cuban.
It's
Okay.
Cuban, and they have like
I knew it
chicken
was spicy.
pilar and like fucking the plantains.
I might like
Really?
Dude, you have to look it up to see if
I
they're
love
still
those
I wasn't
Cuban
that far
Sammys
off.
with the ham and the pickle.
Dude,
and
this is
mustard,
way
blah,
better
blah,
than that
blah.
because it's like
What the fuck?
it's tapas.
I'm trying to
but,
relate
See,
to
you
you.
can't. You'll
Yeah,
never
fuck
nail it.
with-
Dude, I'm telling you, like, but Cha Cha Cha's is just the best fucking place ever. It's like they have these sangrias. Like, dude, my mom
Sangria
got
goes stupid.
my
man.
mom had knee surgery. Fucking goes back to fucking Cha Cha Cha's. Walks out of that bitch. She walked in with crutches. She walked out of that bitch chilling, just like my knee feels great. Next day, she's like, oh,
Fucked up, dude. Hard.
Yeah, dude. That sangria there got me blacked.
dude, why was I saying that though? Oh,
You lived in SF in
when I lived in
2015?
SF in 2015,
Hella.
hella
Hecka
sick.
hella.
Dude, I walk into work. It was like maybe 6:30, 6:45. Just got off the BART train, and the owner of the shop was this dude Derek, and he's like sitting there, and he's like, "Dude, you'll never guess what just happened." And I was like, "What's happening?" He's like, "You know that bum that sleeps in the fucking Wells Fargo? Because like there's in the neighborhood there was like a Wells Fargo ATM, but you had to put your card in to get in there. But then there was like it was so
Oh, yeah,
fucking
yeah.
cold. Some of these bums would get in there and they'd sleep at night. It's like, all right, cool, whatever. Because the door would close and it gives some warmth. This dude, the same guy, he fucking went out and took a shit and like right in front of our door. And this guy had like slept in front of our place. Like, so Derek was like,
SF, right? Yeah.
this is SF.
Perfect.
He was fucking over it. So Derek
Find that
scooped. Is it open?
Sorry, go ahead.
Just disclaimer, put it wherever you want in the podcast. Cha 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 SF is open Tuesday through Thursday, 4 to 9, Friday through Sunday, 4 to 10, outdoor seating, takeout, curbside pickup. Probably changed
Boom.
by now, but they are open, Rowan.
Go get some
False
sangria from
information.
there.
Dude,
Go there.
Man, I
give
thought you were
some
finding
love.
the Dixon hose video.
I know. I was waiting for that
Oh,
too.
get that,
I
get
thought
that,
you
get
were
that,
pulling
get
that
that.
up too.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Okay.
check out. and
That
find
was pretty
video.
good though.
Okay.
The hours of cha cha cha.
But
that was
dude,
sick. That was sweet.
fucking Derek told me that he fucking scooped up the shit, went over because he had a Wells Fargo ATM.
Scoop the poop.
Scooped up the poop, fucking like put the card in, and then went over the dude and like woke him up. He's like, "Hey, did you take a shit in front of my shop?" And he's like, "Yeah." So Derek threw the shit on him, like scooped it up, threw it on him, walked back into the shop, got like granola and honey, and then like fucking walked back over and then honeyed him. And then fucking granola'd him, and then called the cops,
Dude.
and then fucking had him taken away.
That's so sick. Okay, remember in the old movies and
Like
they
a
used to
shit
tar
acai bowl.
Dude,
They
he
used to,
fucking
like,
got
tar-
tar and feathered.
tar and feather? That's like
Honey
the
and
most like
granola.
gentrified tar and feathering I've ever heard of in my life.
Yes.
Honey and granola, bat. Like, what the fuck is that?
Throw some quinoa puffs on that shit just
Yeah,
to let a little
what?
bit of crunch.
I'm gonna keep laying here and lick this up.
Dude, it was. I walked back in. I was like, and he told me he was like cleaning this like the shelf or whatever. And he's like, "Yeah, I just did that." And I was like, "Really?" And he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Wow, dude, fucking gnarly."
There's a lot of
$50.
human poop on the ground in
Oh, you see a
random
story
places in SF.
and it'll be like somebody just stood in front of their car, squatted over, and shit straight onto like John Brick's door.
Yes, this is in front of my house, by the way. This is what we're talking
Yeah.
about. This is in front of my house.
Yeah, this is
In my
In
driveway.
North Park?
In my driveway.
dude.
Homeless person spray farted on my roommate's driver door.
Yeah, all over it.
All.
Like diarrhea?
Yes. Like stage whatever level is past that because it came out of a homeless person's behind and who knows what
Explosive diarrhea.
it looked like it wasn't a turd that was pressed up and smeared down
Yeah,
the
he
door.
probably walked away fine. Like
It looked like a
just
water balloon.
evacuated and like no wipe necessary.
It looked like a water balloon was thrown against the door, and it just slid on down, cascaded down to the ground, and
Unless he was
piled
too
there.
close.
And it was like insane, dude. Explosive poop. That's some regular everyday in my driveway shit.
Oh, that's
though.
just the regular everyday.
That's just the regular everyday. Yeah, that's the normal
God
Tuesday shit.
damn it, dude.
Streets, city life, dude. I'm off it.
Dude, dude, there was a. Oh my God, I just lost my train of thought. But that was on that note.
I'll help you get back there. There was poop, spray poop,
That was a lot of poop.
homeless people, North Park.
Homeless people.
I
I
don't
definitely
got
had
any
to do
land
it.
Vista.
Is there any homeless up in Vista like that?
Oh yeah, dude. Right down the road, like so I live up the hill and around, and there's like a neighborhood, and we're like along that street. But when you're going back down towards the freeway, there's like an encampment set up like along the freeway wall, and there's like this fence, and we've slowly watched them build this thing, like adding walls. There's a roof now. There's a fucking
roof.
There's a gate with a lock on it. They have like
Yes.
fucking siding that they made out of like palm fronds, and like it's crazy.
What?
But they're there, and like there's this lady that like lives in her van right down there too, and I don't know. We have like this little, but they don't come up. I don't know. It's pretty cool.
There's a van resident in one of the parking spaces in front of my house. There's like our driveway, and then next to our driveway, there's like these 5 parking spaces directly in front of our house. One of them is all-time QB bum.
All-time QB bum.
Yeah, his van just parks there and it doesn't move. It's immobile. It just gets parking tickets every week, and like
He doesn't even give a fuck.
just gets street sweeping
collecting.
tickets every week, and the cops just let him stay there, and they just let his big ass van with no air in all 4 of his tires, just sits right there in spot number 3 out of 5, right in the middle. It's our dude. His name is True. We call him True.
His name is True.
Is that what he says all the time?
Nah, he never speaks the truth. He's always
Nah.
fucked up. He like the people, dude. It's so fucked up in my house. Oh my god. So check this out. There's like
It's a hectic scene over there.
there's like 5 bums.
I literally live like not even 2 blocks from you, bro. This is what's
Oh my
crazy.
Hold on, we're gonna have to segue over to Shea. He's been gone for
Okay.
a second, but he's been sitting right here looking up this Dixon video. So we might have to pause real quick and watch.
No,
this.
well, I'll just describe it. So for people who can't see what Shay's about to show us right now, Shay's about to show us this video of John Dixon hosing down a bum somewhere in Long Beach.
Oh my god, I'm so excited to see
He's
this.
pulling it up right now.
Oh my god.
Dude, let's see. So for everybody who can't tell. So he's sitting on his front yard. There's like a white picket fence with a grass yard. There's a bum
There is a bum.
that is just trying to get into his fence.
Yeah.
And yet there's probably about like 30, 40 feet between them, and he's literally just the bum is not defending himself, but he's just taking all the water in the
He's
face.
just standing there with his hands on the fence, getting sprayed in the face
Holy
by an
shit.
unfazed Dixon.
Dixon is like standing
Yeah,
there
Dixon's not moving.
It's a bright sunny day too.
like, yeah,
Right in the middle of
right
the
on the
street.
sidewalk.
Cars driving by. Yes, dude. Oh my gosh. I wish
He has
there-
not stopped. Now he's finally getting. Oh,
He fell.
shit,
Oh.
he fell. Now he's in the driveway. He fell. You got to turn your mic back around, man.
That's
I gotta,
amazing.
I got to take a leak. I'll be right back.
Kono's leaving us. Now we're just here.
Yeah, I love that video.
That was really good.
Because not only does it have, there's a bum just getting sprayed in the face out front, trying to break into their house in broad daylight. But
Yeah, that I was expecting like night.
Yeah,
Just
some
mid-dusk
dusk or
he's also
dawn.
just sitting there shirtless like he's watering the lawn, but he's just for
There was-
about 2 minutes straight just shooting water in a bum's face.
There wasn't even shade.
Expressionless.
Yeah, did it just about as cool as the switch flips.
Yeah, I know. Everything was style.
What did the
He's the
bum
best.
expect? Shouldn't you run when you see the guy there?
Well, Dixon, he's a wrestler. He'll take fools down.
I would never step to that dude on any situation for anything.
Gallon of milk.
That dude is buff.
He's a country boy.
He seems very strong too.
He is.
It's kind of like I've always coined the term like Steve McQueen of skateboarding. It is.
Ozzy.
He's too fucking cool.
He's really cool. He looks cool doing it, and he's cool in real life.
Yeah.
I know. I miss those Fallen days because I got to hang out with
Right.
him and Slash. Then they ended.
Two of the kings of cool of
Yeah.
skateboarding. As good as it gets.
Those Keno and Saloon days, those guys were so sick.
Those are some good days.
Good days. Those guys were the kings, man.
Love how without our
Just kind of goes to a lull.
narrator, we don't have any hype.
I know. He's
Those
always been the hype man,
were
though.
the days. Kano's taking a piss right now. That's why the hype of this podcast just
Yeah,
took a dive.
and we're just coming off of a really awesome video too. So, all right, he's back. He's here. All right, throw some of your fire in. Watch what happens, people. When he's back, watch. It's about to happen again.
What? What are you talking about?
All right, go.
What do you mean? All right, go.
It's already back. Here we go. Hey!
And we're back.
Dude, that's tight.
What else you got,
As
dude?
you left your seat, everybody's like, "Whoa, so
I don't know.
Yeah.
Not even. I heard
What
you
does
guys
he
talking.
want?
It was totally
What does he
fine.
want us to say?
Nah, man, fuck that, dude. I just want to talk about you guys, man. I haven't seen, dude. Fuck. Apparently, Hodge, I haven't seen you in a fucking year. I talk to you on Instagram like all the time, but goddamn, like,
Yeah.
dude, a lot of things have happened, man. Especially when I saw you, Derm. I mean, obviously, I see Shea probably the most out of everybody, just because like I'm here all the time at Steel Mill. But
Yeah, thanks for the hit up.
dude,
phone must be
Joking.
broken."
dude,
dude.
reciprocated, bro. Come on now. The
Yeah.
fuck is every time I go to I moved in with Ray Ray. Do you know this?
Yeah.
Dude, don't even. I threw you the text like 3 days ago for the skate park. Don't even hit me with this.
Okay.
right
Okay.
Wait, we were supposed to shoot a photo. And
we
then-
still got to do it. I just, dude, but like, okay, I will say, and this is not to sound like douchey, but it's like, I didn't
Nice disclaimer.
know how hard it was going to be to like run a business on my own. And then also at the same time, take on doing Steel Mill and then doing private label.
Sorry to be such a burden.
And
No,
then
it's not a
having
burden.
friends.
And then having friends and a social life. And like everything that I'm talking to you about is everything we're still going to do. But it like my timetable, I was like, oh, we're going to turn around like every month. And it's like, even today, I was looking at it for my homegirl, Tyler Schaefer. I made her pro coffee bag. That's like, she's a pro fighter. That's what she does. Her coffee hasn't even been out a month yet. And I'm over here like, yo, we got to get the next shit. We got to do this. We got to do this. And I'm like, dude, holy shit. Like, it doesn't turn around in a month. It's like maybe a month or 2 months leading up to like the build up and the promotion and the marketing. And then it's like a month maybe of fucking selling the coffee because the coffee goes. And then but it's like, oh shit, now I'm on the next one. And it's like, the next one is going to be for Leov. And we're doing all that. And I got this like Tanzanian coffee that we're going to be doing. But then it's like Shieldless. Shieldless is the next one. So there's a collab with Shieldless, and that's when it's going to be when the skate stuff's going to come out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that. I'm thinking it's probably going to be like February, March-ish. What was the
I was just playing with the microphone. I'm sorry.
But no, like we're still going to do it, and we're still like I want you to shoot the goddamn
rush.
photo, man. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Because my friends do cool
Derm's
shit.
bored, but
We'll try.
everybody listening for like the coffee podcast, is like, "Oh, did he say Tanzania?
Yeah.
Finally, this got interesting."
Dude, yeah. It's a single origin Tanzania pea berry. It's really, really good.
I'm loving this. I
Dude.
felt like I kind of took over the first part of that. With
Well,
all
no,
my
you just know how to
skateboard stuff.
talk, bro. It's all good. Everybody was talking. It's all good, G.
No, keep going. Keep going. Keep talking about coffee. I'm so interested in this. This is
Dude,
great.
no, the coffee with caffeine and green, and then it was Steel Mill especially. It's been like with Steel Mill specifically, like working with Shea and like you guys. I don't know. I mean, you guys know that I've known Shea. It wasn't even from skating. I met him from coffee, and then it just happened that we knew Nick Adams and shit like that.
Yeah, that's where I first
Yeah.
heard of.
Yeah.
It was
Shea.
bound to happen to meet Shea. Just so many people with we have so many mutual friends.
So
like,
many mutual friends.
it
What
was
was
just bound to happen.
What was the brand that you were riding for when you first moved out here?
Vagrant.
Yeah. Okay, so Nick
Vagrant.
Adams.
Oh,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Nick Adams was
Did I
in
know
the
that?
warehouse, and he was like, "Oh, I'm going to shoot with this dude that just moved out here for Vagrant," and that's how I heard of Shea.
Dude, I hella forgot about that.
Yep.
Vagrant. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
No shout out.
Shout out Vagrant Skateboards.
Shout out Vagrant.
No shout out Vagrant Skateboard.
Shout out.
Oh, no shout out. No shout out.
Shout out Shea.
Yep, shout out always
Ayy.
Shea Cooper. But no, that was
Nah, I don't
like
give a fuck. No shout out Vagrant Skateboards.
Hey.
I'll say it again. I'll say it again.
Dang.
but no, it was that's one of the best things about Shea.
I have some more things to say, but I'll just be PC about it.
No, let's hear it.
What do you got to say?
Yeah, bring that heat.
Talk some
You
shit.
have hate in your heart.
I
Let
love
it out.
when
No,
people
no,
talk
no.
some shit.
I'm not going on
Hate,
air,
hate,
airing
hate.
my
I hate
grievances,
you. I
but,
hate
No
you.
shout out.
I don't
Big
even
shout
know
out.
you. Hey,
Big
Vagrant
shout out
Skateboards. I don't
fucking-
even know you, and I hate your guts.
I mean, it's not tight. I'll say that. I can say that.
I don't know anything.
I don't know.
Hey, he doesn't
anything
ride
about
for
it.
him, so of
should-
course they're
Yeah,
not
no.
tight. How could they
Yeah.
be tight? Shay's
You know,
on.
it does. Shout out Toad and Gregson and Bud Wizard for
See what I
fucking
mean?
getting me out of the bullshit and
Yeah,
getting me a part of an actual family of like skateboarders that like what you dream of
let's say.
like being a part of
Yes.
when you like start skateboarding. You know, little or big or anything. Fucking that's what I was like looking for is like hanging like that's a fucking skate team.
I love
The
Blood Wizard.
Blood Wizard
They're
stuff,
sick.
it's the
That's
real
a
shit,
fucking
dude.
skate
That's
team.
the real skate shit. That's the
You know?
skate.
Mar.
Like, that's
y'all,
the
y'all
heart of
Flo,
it.
Flo and Mar now too.
Mar's
huh?
the shit.
Yeah, she's the best.
Marissa Del Santo?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
she's been on it for a while, I guess. But
She'd be like,
yeah.
"Oh,
Wait, didn't she get like a fancy lad?
Fuck, I don't know.
She's so sick.
She
Yeah.
could be sponsored
I
by.
bought- I literally bought a sweatshirt
like
off her
five
last night.
companies want to fucking. I'm always buying stuff off of Mar.
Last
Shout
night?
out Marissa Del
Is she
Santo.
here still?
No,
she's
she lives in
Denver.
she lives in Denver.
Oh, okay, that's what I thought. Yeah.
She sells vintage clothes on her Instagram. That's like what her Instagram's dedicated to. It's
Okay.
just vintage clothes.
Shout out Gen X Vintage. There's a real shout
Gen
out.
X
There you go.
Vintage.
Oh,
Hey.
plug for the homie.
And she posted like a Led Zeppelin hoodie last night, and I just bought it off her. Just
Buttery.
just to
Dude,
support.
I'm always
she-
late.
Support
Every
the
time I'm
homies.
like, is
I'm
this?
always late, and I saw something, and it was posted like 5 minutes ago, and I was all, "How much for this one?" She's like, "Whatever," and I was like, "Yeah, I already Venmoed you. Just send it."
Nothing.
Always late.
Why do
Yeah,
I need a profile picture for my
Yeah.
fucking Venmo?
That's
Fuck out of here with that shit. Sorry, I'm getting like.
Nah, you're fine,
See,
bro. Nah, you
we
get
loosened
loosened
up a
up.
little
Bring
bit.
the heat.
We started.
I'm loosened
Bring the
up,
heat,
getting on a
son.
soapbox.
Things are starting to slip through the cracks here.
Did we just hit probably hour 30? I bet that's when I start.
We're at
getting
an
on the
hour
soapbox.
22.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're getting
Here
it.
we
That's
are.
why you don't stop it. You let Shea just start to like kind of like slowly creep in, and then like before you know it, he pulls out a fucking dreadlock out of his pocket or something like that. Like, you guys definitely didn't know about that, huh?
Real quick, speaking of pulling a dreadlock out of your
I'll have another
pocket,
beer, though.
from King of the Road one year when like Element or somebody was on it, one of the things was to collect dread, one of Nija's dreads from Nija's mom, and Sinclair was one of the TMs on the thing, obviously, and his team had to collect it, and one of Nija's dreads is in Tomyeto warehouse right now.
Oh, sick! Like from his little
That's
kid
dope.
days.
Yeah, from like one of his dreadlocks.
Oh,
I got Davey's dread at my house in my little box.
Oh hell yeah!
Hey.
All of them?
No, just one of Davey's
one.
dreads.
Dude,
You know Davey?
I love Davey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
dude.
Man.
That'd be sick. If
When we were just in New York, he just like
Be
pulled
sick.
out
Oh, you
the
went
dread.
too?
He was like, "Oh," and I was like, "Let me get that, dude."
That'd be
No,
sick.
but
love-
dude,
I
he
love
prefaced,
New York with
dude,
him?
he was
Yeah.
already
Damn, I
turned
didn't know
up,
that.
Derm. He was already turned up, and he was like telling these like super in-depth stories about how like he's grabbing this fucking speaker and he was just like holding it to the wall in this apartment. He's like, "They gotta hear it. Just let them hear it." And he's
Davey's
fucking
the
playing
shit.
this shit, and then we're like talking about it, and Lanny was saying something, and then Lanny says, he's like, "Yeah, he pulled out a dread, and he just like, and he just like pulled it out of his pocket." We're like, Lanny and Little C were like, "What the fuck is in your hand?" I was like, he's like, and he's holding it up like this, He's like, it's a good look. It's like
Yeah,
good
it's a
luck,
good luck
dread.
dread.
Good luck, Dread. Yeah, definitely.
That's good.
Davey's so sick, dude. He's killing it right now. He's so awesome.
He is. He's
Such a beast.
an animal.
so beastie.
Who is this guy? I haven't met him.
Oh, dude.
He's a pro football player.
yeah, right.
Fucking
Seriously.
Vista, dude. Like, I don't know. He's so gnarly.
He's one of these Vista youngsters that are just skating around, but he's also like played football, like really like played running back.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't
Oh,
just like
so
he
he was-
didn't just play football. He was like starting running back for his football team before like he got hurt or whatever. But he skates too. But then.
But he skates like a fucking running back.
But he skates like a running back. Exactly. He skates like a running back.
like running at a bump to bar. Like
He's
What?
not scared.
Oh, my
He ain't scared. He'll bend the bar before the bar hurts him. You know what I mean? And the bar will bend. He just is super beast and has all this pop and this
Super pop.
unique style, and he's just all this swag. Dresses really cool because he's like, I don't know, what he's like, 23, 24. He's like one of the youngsters that's
Younger
like
guy.
really
Yeah.
in like really up to date with what's happening. I don't know. I'm fucking
What's
old.
popping?
Yeah, he's popping.
Yeah, he's popping.
No,
yeah.
he's got all the
he's
style.
like Tanner's age. How old is Tanner? He just turned like 25, 26.
I think they're younger than that. Something
Yeah,
like
I
that.
don't
They're
know.
like in their mid young 20s.
Okay.
So he's like really into the pop culture, really in tune with everything that's happening right now, and he's got his finger on the pulse, and like he's really involved with everything, and he's skating.
He's got like a little clothing brand too that he's doing with some homies. And
Yeah,
they're, like
yeah.
some high end
Just
shit. I don't
grinding.
know. Yeah,
Just
they're
like if
sick.
we were born
Just
10
doing
years
whatever you wanna
later,
do.
like the shit we would be doing. You know what I mean? Like the shit we would be into, he's like right on top of all of that. And
I think it
he's-
goes back to what we were talking about with hobbies and whatnot. Like, you know, as skaters, like you want to do shit that you love, and like Shea's starting to screen print. Like we always want to make our own fucking shirts and stuff, you know, and
Yep.
our own graphics or like what are we into? And yeah, so he's just fucking doing that shit.
Yeah.
I didn't even know he was like younger than us. Like will definitely say I look
We're
up
in
to
our
Davey.
30s.
Like, well,
We're-
literally, I look up to Davey because he's.
He's a big.
He's
boy.
a big
Oh, he's
kid.
big, tall. He's tall
big.
too. Yeah.
He's like probably 6'3".
But I mean,
6'3".
6'2".
No. God damn,
Fuck.
son.
He's
No,
taller
no,
than
no,
me,
no,
6'2".
Yeah,
He's taller
But I'm
than
just
me.
saying his
6'1".
presence
I'm
when he's in
6
a
foot.
room, he's
Really?
like he's a big
Yeah.
dude because that's what I'm like.
Shit.
I look up to him and his energy. Like I'm just attracted to that.
BDE.
Yeah.
I'm attracted to that kind
Did
of
you say
energy.
BD?
He's got a presence. He's got a
Show.
serious presence.
He has a presence
And
that
he
I'm
has a
attracted
glow.
to. Like I want to hang out with you, big time. Like,
Yeah,
he's
he-
just sick, and he is like some sidelines football shit. When you're skating and he's there, like I've like just been me and him and a filmer, and he's like blocking traffic, like fronting on cars.
Yeah, he
Like,
will hold
a
it
car's,
down
trying
for
to turn,
you.
He's like, nope. Fuck back, like stay right there.
Yeah.
You got it, Jay. Like I got you, no matter. Like it's just like it's the shit. Like,
Davey's
that's
great.
the kind
He's
of
down
shit
for the
I want to
boys.
be around. That
Davey's-
energy,
Davey's
like
great.
no matter what, it's the sickest.
He rides for Slave. He's getting hooked up with some Nikes right now. He's killing it. He's up in L.A. skating with all the Baker boys and stuff.
Oh, so he's getting connected right now.
Yeah, he's up in. He's
Is
like,
he up there with Rowan?
Yeah, exactly,
Oh, okay,
exactly.
okay.
Yeah,
They're like
they're
boys from high
Yeah,
school.
they like grew
Homies,
up together.
yeah.
They grew up
Alright.
together, and he's just got his own thing, and then it's working. It's awesome to watch. It's awesome to see on like you could see it on Instagram. You're like, oh, dude,
But he
You're the
it's
perfect
with,
specimen
like,
for all this,
like
dude.
an underdog motivation, without like hopefully not offending him if he ever listens to this. But like
yeah.
he has like this like drive that like he is like an underdog, but he doesn't.
He's
give
a black
fuck.
man.
Like he'll tell you right to your face, like, yo, I'm fucking doing this shit. I don't give a fuck. Like this is what I'm passionate about, and that's what I'm doing. Like without any like doubt, no like thoughts of like negativity or like.
He's
Yeah,
reaching.
no
for,
mental blocks.
he's reaching straight for the top, and he doesn't care like how he gets
That's
there.
the people I try and like. I definitely try and like surround myself around like that dude. He's the shit.
Yeah, Davey's.
And we're
dope.
not into anything similar.
Yeah.
Like we're complete opposites,
Dude, no.
but we just like.
That's the
but
stuff.
he-
That's
Opposites
skateboarding,
attract.
I
though.
know
That's
for damn
skateboarding,
sure,
though.
like in his words, he definitely fucks with me, and I definitely fuck
In
with
his
him.
words.
Ah,
It is
shit.
that, yo.
Shay,
yo,
I
Shay, I
fuck with you.
fuck with
Yeah.
you.
He would
son.
say just like, Shay, I fuck with
For
you.
sure.
Point right at your face. Shay, I fuck with you. All right, and then
Hey,
dap
man.
you up.
Yeah,
Fuck
yeah,
with you.
yeah. You feel me?
And then you feel it, but there's more than just the words he says. Like there's some conviction in his voice, and he, like I said, he has a presence, and he's a big dude, and he's young and full of energy, and he's all about having his homies back. So if you're
Yes.
if you're his homie or he's your homie, like he has your back 100%. He will kill for you. He will die for you. He will live for you. He will cry for you. He's like that dude.
He's that guy.
Davey's not gonna cry.
Definitely
for
not.
Nah, he'll leak it out.
Maybe in a dark room by himself
he'll
in
leak
a
it out.
corner in a closet.
So-
he'll leak it out.
Leak it out. So Davey, before he moved to LA, he used to come to the crib. He used to come to my crib all the time and just stay, just because we have the skater house. You know what I mean? It's like the home away from home from North County. If you're in SD and you're hanging out for a couple days and you're part of the footage party crew or one of Shea's homies or something, chances are you're probably going to stop at my house. You know what I mean? So he would pull up all the time, stay the night, just hang out, smoke joints and stuff. And like, we just hear about like the other shit. You know what I mean? You get on that other side of your friends, like when they're in your house and closed doors, and like, he's got it all. He's got that sensitive side. He's got a big heart. He's got that strong heart. He's got that fearless mentality. And like, he'll be there for you, man. He'll cry with
Sounds like
you.
I need
He'll
to meet Davey.
He's dope, dude.
Damn
He'll
right.
cry with you. You can like talk to him.
Why you say
keep
that?
trying
He's
to
not
get
gonna
Davey
cry
to
with
cry,
you.
dude?
I cried.
moment
I
with
cried.
Davey.
I'll just say
Hey.
this. I cried. I'll just say this.
That's
I
fine.
cried.
That's fine. You cry, bro.
I'll just
I cry
say
all
this.
The time.
I cried and Davey was there.
I do. I cry out of frustration. What? Wait, what? What happened?
My homie had my back. That's all I'm gonna say.
You cried in front of Davey, or Davey cried in front of you?
Let's just say I cried in front of Davey, and
Okay.
he had
And
my
he
back.
didn't care.
And he had my back.
Hey man,
It
you
didn't
cry in front
matter.
of me, bro.
I cry in front of anybody, dog.
It's okay, bro.
I cry like all the time.
You be
It's tight.
sensitive.
It feels so good to cry. Like sometimes your body like needs things, and like you need to like drink water and you need to sneeze, and like sometimes you need to let out a good cry, and I embrace that stuff, and I think it's cool.
I cry all the time. I cry a lot.
I'll like go on YouTube.
Mad
and, like,
frustrated though. Mad
bring it-
frustrated. Don't fucking roll your eyes at me, son.
I'm not rolling eyes. I'm not rolling eyes. I just don't.
Hey, you can laugh at it. You can laugh at it, but that shit's real. When like
I'm an emotional cat, bro. I get like if I hear a song or something and I think
Take
about
a
somebody,
break.
like yo, I get mad. Like
Kurt's out.
I got fucking I get mad. Like yo, mad like sensitive.
Yeah, I'm mad sensitive and like I don't know. I'm not good at being angry, and I can't punch shit anymore because I have like broken hands and wrists and shit. So it's easier to just like sit in the room and just be fucking sad and like just let that shit consume you for a second, and then like bounce right back after, and it feels good because then like I don't know. After you cry, you can fucking breathe better. You can breathe better.
I happy cry a
Blah,
lot
blah,
though.
blah, blah.
I get so pumped when I see some of the homies. Like yo, I'm not even gonna lie. That sounds a little bit lame, but like I get so excited for people, and then I see them doing well, and then I'm just like. And then I just start crying, and they're like, "You crying?" I'm like, "I'm sorry, I'm so happy. Like I don't know what to do."
No,
It's
it's
a weird.
It's
weird
the
kinda
same
cry.
thing like laughing. It's the same thing like sleeping. It's just something. I don't know. Just
That's
for
true.
me. Just
I've
something
had
for
some
me.
cries. I'm not gonna lie.
You gotta cry,
I
man.
cry.
You're just having an off day and you're bummed and you just want to fucking be mad, punch
I like
a wall.
happy cries though. I do happy.
Happy cries are the
so
dopest.
much.
Happy cries are the dopest.
Happy cries. are-
Sometimes you're not happy and it's just better to let it out
'Cause
rather
I-
than bottle it in. Sometimes
Proudly experiment with LSD.
sometimes you're excited and
Yo.
you
And
need to let it
that
out
shit
and
makes
it's
all of a sudden everything's so beautiful. You just start crying. You're just like, damn, this song, like everything hits you right, and you're just like crying like out of beauty because you're like, damn, like nothing matters.
it goes down.
Everything's great.
It goes down. You ever been excited?
Obviously
Okay.
not on an abuse level of drug use, but like
Never abused.
dude,
Flip this-
everybody should take a little hit of LSD every once in a
Go
while.
through the
and
door.
realize that life is beautiful and it'll make you cry, and that's dope. That was my last cry for sure.
Really?
I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that. Okay, here, flip the script. Have you ever been really excited and not allowed to let it out? And you're supposed to be quiet at that moment? You're like, shh.
I think when I was trying to like really just let out how excited I was when you landed that hard flip, I held it in super hard. Like, you know how excited I get. You know, Derm. You've known me for how long? Like well over a decade. And when you've landed tricks before, I've definitely ruined clips where like as soon as you landed, I literally was just like, ah! Like, but then like
Hey, I'm
that
the same
moment
way.
when you
I'm
landed
the
the hard
same
flip,
way.
I knew the moment, bro. I was like, and I held it in, and I just held it in until like I knew the cameras were no longer, and then I let it out. So I mean, like,
It's something like that. It's like just I don't know. I don't like meditate or anything, but I try to be in tune with my body and listen to myself and like I don't know, do all that like whack shit that I don't know. It's not
not
cool.
whack. I meditate all
that's
the time,
not cool to say out loud. You know what I mean?
Fuck that.
But like
It's tight.
I'm super in tune with myself and like there's times when I'm like you're not allowed to like you're at work and you can't laugh because skate line is funny. You know what I mean? You just have to hold it in. Like later something happens that's
You can't.
and later something happens that's funny, and you need to laugh like double hard. I don't fucking know. I be laughing. I don't know. I wear my heart on my sleeve.
I have a really bad directed laugh when something's funny. I'm like,
You can't.
we'll just fucking
you feel
point
like
and laugh
you
at
can't
some
laugh
shit.
because skate line's funny.
You get called out.
No. Because
Joe,
I work in an office.
I know exactly what you're talking
I work in an
about.
office, and
Hilarious.
it's like I'm supposed to be working, but it's my lunch break, and skate line's funny, and he dropped an N-bomb, and like,
I know I'm not supposed to laugh, but
everybody's like working on their art shit or on some international sales call for like all this money, and I'm just like watching like
Giggling.
Gary talk shit about somebody, and I'm like,
Dude.
But later, something funny will happen. I'll laugh way too hard at it. It's the same thing. Like sad shit happens too. It's good to cry.
I like the sad shit, but I also really, really like happy shit. But then I will say I think, especially over COVID, I definitely started like being way too introspective, especially when I was by myself for way too long, too many days. Dude, at one point, I was living in this room. I was living in this fucking room. It was actually a really big room.
You all right, man?
I am, yeah. What? Sorry, I'm like so phlegmy today.
Fucking
Well, like, no, I
side
had
to
to like,
side Fleming.
I had to fucking make sure this thing was good because it was like going the computer and then like, yeah, then I'm phlegmy.
are you all right?
But during fine. But during the height of COVID though, like I was in this room and I ended up buying like a little fucking mini hoop for the back of my door.
Some college dorm shit.
Yeah. Dude, I was like, at one point, I was like sitting in the side of my room. Bro, I was rolling so many fucking joints. I would just be rolling them and then I just like sit there, like not even leaving my room. Just like throwing like shots and just smoking.
Was
like,
this right when it hit and everybody was like,
yeah.
mandatory at home?
Mandatory at home. I would like go to Walmart with like
shit was
gloves,
gnarly.
N95 mask on, like shop for 2 weeks, not leaving my room and shit. Like,
6-pack of White Claws for breakfast
bro,
every day.
I had Sapporos and I had like Mexican beers, Japanese and Mexican beers. I had like cases of water. I only had one thing of toilet paper. I don't know how many people like be shitting all the time, but like one thing of toilet paper lasted me the entire lockdown until I moved again. But like,
Yeah, that was
Jesus
crazy.
Christ.
dude, that's what I'm saying. It's like I didn't shit that much, but I still ate a shitload of food and I was cooking. But then it was like, you know, there's so many hours in a fucking day. It's like
24.
especially- Yeah, you know. Thanks.
So many.
Thank you.
He
Cuatro
did
six-
ask and
It's
you
a lot.
answered. That was great. You said, I don't know how many hours there are. in
No, I said there's only so many hours in a day.
It's
didn't I?
24.
Fuck.
That's how many.
Thank
He's
you.
right. He's not
Thank you.
lying.
Thanks, guys. Yes. So
He actually just Googled it.
Yeah, it's true.
Figured it out.
It's confirmed. We have.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got it.
no, but I finished watching Tiger King and then I started shooting the ball. You know, it was like boom. You know, like
Remember when Tiger King was our lowest point in
Christ,
humanity?
how long
That was
has
so
the year
nice.
gone?
dude, yeah. I'm telling you,
Honestly-
Tiger King.
In a sadistic way, I know this is going to be a popular opinion. I appreciate being involved in this year because I've been kind of like somewhat of like a history buff, trying to get myself to be
A history
I don't
buff.
know. I'm just like infatuated with like, you know, the 60s and the 70s and like there's certain like events that are like that go on and they're like historical events, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And like I really like that, and now this is the first time in my life that I've been involved in an actual historic event that I know that's gonna be in history books.
9/11.
I was gonna say 9/11. That was the first thing that popped
Why
up.
you gotta just throw me under the
Sorry,
bus?
I
Yeah,
was
now I
just-
sound like an asshole.
No.
You forgot?
No, I didn't.
Dude, you forgot.
You never forget.
Hey.
Whoa.
No. I'm not
No, I
saying
know what you mean though. It was like the whole world shut down.
No, this
Yeah,
is this
that's
is a
some
this is a
Worldwide.
global.
Yeah,
that was
global.
national. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Fucking
got you.
Somehow you had to make me seem like an asshole. But no, on a worldwide level, this is something that like actually affected the entire world.
And you were here for it.
And I'm like, you know, a part and honestly, yes, with 9/11, I was too young to be a part of like what was the grand scheme of what was
Yeah.
going on, you know? And this is something that I'm an adult with
A business.
that's
Yeah.
like, you know, being affected.
Directly,
And
immediately
as
affected.
shitty as it is and like as bad as it gets, I'm like appreciative to be a part of something that's like the story that you hear of your grandparents going through the Great Depression.
Yeah.
It's something that's going to change the world.
Overcoming
This
and
is
What's the camaraderie?
It's
too.
a world-changing event, and we're just in the middle of it. The world hasn't changed. We're, like,
exactly.
in the
And I
middle
know
of
that's
that event.
definitely probably an unpopular opinion, but like I'm definitely appreciative, like whatever the outcome, to be like, you know.
I think it's just a more half full, more optimistic opinion. I think everybody feels that way. Like, this is something, and if it ends today, we'll all be glad that, like, it was cool we were there,
Yeah,
but we're glad
like,
it's
I've always
over.
said,
You know,
like I want to see the end of
I feel like
the
we're
world.
in a good age range as well for this shit.
I feel like that.
Because
Yeah, I feel like we're the
I-
best
kids
age.
Second
are
that.
out of school. If you're in college, you miss your graduation.
It's like
Same
being
with
like
Yeah.
23
seniors,
at
like-
Woodstock. You're like the perfect
Yeah.
age.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? Like, we're the perfect age for this. We're able to, like, take care of ourselves. We're not
Yeah, I'm not
100%.
stuck at home with my parents.
I'm not
or-
like fresh out of high school where I'm still dependent on my parents and I have to get a job, but I have no resume. You know what I mean?
Ironically, we're all in a job that is essentially deemed essential. Skateboarding is booming. Coffee is fucking booming right now. We got very fucking lucky. We could be one of those people who are just sitting at home right now, just like, what am I gonna do? I don't know what to fucking do.
Those people
And
were
that-
killing it. They were getting like triple unemployment.
Dude, I'm not even,
So
and that
killing
by
it.
no means am I throwing shade at anybody who's doing that, because like, yo, I had
I
a
want
solid
it.
month off of work.
so bad.
It sucked. No, bro, I'm telling you, it's not as
You
tight as
do,
you
but
think it
you
is.
don't.
Yeah.
I know.
Exactly.
I'm super stoked I have my job, but I'm like, I want like 9 months off, like $6,000 a week.
Yeah, I mean-
real quick.
It was definitely good. Not good, but it was like a change that wasn't the worst, I feel like.
Yeah, it was fine for me because I still went. My work schedule didn't change. It got busier, and I don't know. So I didn't have to really feel too many negative effects of it, other than work getting busier. So it was totally fine for me.
Yeah, I haven't skipped a beat really much at all. Other than I just
Just
don't leave
limiting
this block.
People. That's
But
the
it's
only-
something that fortunately it's something that I want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
yeah.
just me adapting to like, all right, whatever you want to throw at me, I'm still just gonna be here.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't-
gonna do this regardless of what you
I
say.
don't give a shit what you tell me or whatever the deal is. I'm gonna adjust to it and just keep plugging away because
Same.
that's just the way it is.
Yeah, it's like people want to skate. People are gonna want to skate no matter what happens out here. People are gonna want to drink coffee no matter what's going on out there. So it's always gonna be there as long as there's people willing to do the job itself. So it's part.
It's just communities of people. Like skateboarding is a community.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder about a lot of like I swear there's a lot of parks getting closed down, like not necessarily like Poods is open and shit, but like Cole said he was up in like Central City or some shit, and there's a brand new park and it's closed down. So
As of recently,
yeah, he went this weekend, so I'm wondering if like the Midwest, if they have like, cause you know how Poway has like that crazy fence. And
Yeah.
If it's shut, like you're not getting in there.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Except for
remember when
Yeah,
they
they
tried to
ba-
fill everything with sand?
They're
That's
doing that again in
insane.
LA.
yeah, and
They're
were
doing that again in LA. I was just up there the other day.
Those videos were so awesome. The kids digging them out.
Dude,
Just
the
like-
amount
But
of
LA
effort,
kids,
yeah.
they
The
the
might as
amount
well
of
not even
effort that
try.
went into filling up San Clemente Park with sand is insane.
yeah.
They had to drive sand to
That's
the
Power.
park.
That takes energy.
That's insane.
And then once it opens up again, they have to dig it out. It's not like they could just leave it and make everybody else do it. They have to go in and dig it out.
Yeah, well, luckily, everybody that was determined to skate
Yeah.
there did half the job for 'em.
Yeah, skaters are tight like that.
Oh, we've digging out way worse
not our-
ditches, buddy.
This is our designated shit. You already capped the handrails in the streets. You can't.
It's a buttery ditch.
Yeah.
You can't sand our skate park where you force us
This
to
is
skate.
an actual skate park. We've
Yeah.
digged out like pools that we don't even know are skatable.
Yeah.
Digged out. That was
Digged
Doug.
out.
not
Doug.
the right terminology.
I also wonder, like,
Doug.
okay, in the future, are people gonna shake hands anymore?
Dude, that's gonna be a big deal.
It's
like,
over.
especially like, nah, son, fuck
It's
that.
over, dog.
You can't be hugging no more. Like,
Dude, look, I'm going to hit it. Think about this. Think about, like, the generation of kids being born into this and being raised into this. Like, being in kindergarten, in first grade, and third grade, and all this. Like, when you're raised in all this, there's no way you're going to go back to, like, mosh pitting. There's no way a mosh pit's ever going to
That's what
happen.
I
again.
doubt
I
this.
miss shows.
no.
Yeah, concerts, man.
Well,
Dude,
that's the thing though.
They're-
With
they're gonna
skaters,
be-
like we
no way.
still fucking dap up, hug, But then I'll go meet somebody else, and they're like, or giving me the elbow, and I'm like, all right, dude. Like,
Well, see, that's different though. That's another thing I wanted to ask you about, is because especially for you, Hodge, like you've already you're around that crew. That's your team. Those are your guys. Granted, they might not be practicing social distancing when they don't see you, but you have a very tight knit crew. So when you guys are around, you're touring the country. You guys are tight. You're not going out fucking meeting other people.
We're 4 to a room, you know.
Yeah,
like,
boom. So you're living in tight quarters. So your camaraderie and your vibes and everything, that you're like tight, and you've obviously probably gotten tighter since this whole thing has gotten down.
Well, the other thing, I'm like I'm not worried about getting it. Like I feel like I'm young and healthy enough. Like
Same.
I'll fight it off. Like I feel like I had it in January.
A lot of people say that.
I remember talking to you at the skate park. You and Dane were talking about it. I'm like, it was before any of this. It was like Christmas, New Year's, like the time, and we were both
like December.
Yeah, we were like
year.
sitting on the top of that bank wall. I'm like, yeah, it feels weird. I don't know. I can't. Like,
I had to call out of work. Like, haven't done that fucking forever.
Yeah.
And then it was just like, I just fought this flu. I was like, that sucked. That was the gnarliest flu I ever had. But then, like, I don't know. It's really weird to just think about all these changes and what's going to happen now and how people are going to be, you know?
Dude, I mean, I'll just share a little bit. I mean, like, I haven't told you guys this. I think I've only told Shea. It was like, my dad got it, and he's sick right now.
Yeah.
My grandmother just tested positive for it yesterday.
See, those are the ones that I worry about.
Well, dude, that's the thing is, like,
the old people, yeah.
I got the confirmation today.
Or even, like, okay, sorry to
No, you're fine.
Like, I just went on a trip to Bakersfield. We brought Jono. He's got 2 new babies. And, like, I'm like, okay, like, I'm with Dane and fucking Reggie every day. But, like, what if, you know, we do have it? And, like, I don't know, Jono's not around me all the time. So it's I worry about, like, the other people. Like, I'm not worried about myself. I'm worried about.
But see, you're a fucking real one, though, Hodge. Like, goddamn. Let me just say that real quick. Like, see, most people, especially nowadays, there's so many, like, it's so divisive, right? It's so polarizing. People are like anti-mask or this, that, and this, and they're just not even thinking about the bigger picture. It's like, bro, fuck what you feel about this. Think about everybody else. Think about how you could be affecting somebody's life.
I mean, I hate masks, but I wear them because.
Yeah,
Exactly.
same, yeah.
You fucking just do it because it's like, it's what you have to do because you're thinking about the bigger picture. Because, and this is not to be political or anything. It's just like, yo, we're Americans, son. First
Hell
and foremost.
yeah.
First and fucking foremost. I don't give a
Brother.
fuck what color you are. I don't give a fuck what area of the country you're from. We're Americans. And like, yo, if they can fucking do that shit in China, in Japan, because everybody thinks like, yo, we're Japanese and we're going to fucking take care of our brothers and sisters. Fuck, yo, I think the same thing. Like Americans, like, yo, let's fuck what political side you're on. We're Americans, son.
I don't want to.
We live in
Yeah,
this country.
it's
You seen that?
everybody. It's not even just a
So right.
national problem. It's a worldwide problem. And if everybody let's just fucking end it. Everybody's tired of it.
Yeah,
You know?
everybody's tired.
No
of it.
matter what side you're on. Like if you're against masks and you don't think it's real, doesn't matter. You're still gonna have to deal with this. Whether you're pro mask, pro whatever the fuck. You can't come into our fucking business right now that we're sitting in without a mask on. So fucking wear it. Let's get this fucking over with.
Yeah, so we can all
And
like.
let's
It's that
fucking
easy,
get
too.
back, you know?
All you have to do is, like
why
do
is
that.
everyone,
And
like,
it's
there's like some debate, like, all right, like, you still have to go get your license renewed. You still have to do your registration.
Yeah.
Nobody fucking likes it. That's a fact of life. Guess what? The whole fucking world's in the same tip.
Boom.
Just fucking let's do it and get it over with.
It's like the same thing as wearing
that's
socks.
what we
Like
tried to
imagine
do
like a
last
bunch
year.
of people be like, I'm not wearing socks. Like just put on socks and you can go anywhere you want.
Reggie.
yeah, shit's so much
Like
easier.
all you have to
with
do is put a mask on and you can go buy anything and go anywhere you want. But
For
without it, you
example,
can't.
I
and you're
decided that
yeah.
I thought that underwear was not essential.
What?
I don't know. I just,
mean,
I
that's
went
fine.
like a good 6 years like straight commando, no underwear.
That's fine. You don't
Yeah.
worry about the drip though.
Which was fine. But then
What
I
is the
realized,
drip?
you know, what I missed out on is like, oh, this is a
What, your
real
dick's
thing.
leaking over there?
If your dick leaks, a
It's-
little.
it's-
I don't know what you got going on, Kano.
They're
But
made
no
What's
no
dripping?
dick leak, dude.
What is dripping?
no, like
You ain't worried about the drip? Wait, what?
wait,
What
no,
drip?
not like that drip. But
Drips
like,
and drops?
no, I got a point though. I got a point.
sorry.
Don't
and
distract
drops.
everybody
Drips and
with
drops.
your weird drip.
Yeah,
you
what's
got going
dripping?
on, dude?
That's a whole nother conversation right there.
Nothing's dripping. I'm just kidding.
Drips and sorry to interject. Another one. Okay, so when we first moved up here, me and Derm, we lived at Pat Burke's apartment, and when he moved out of there, the place was fucked. And he got like a write up from the apartment or whatever.
He did not get his deposit back.
He did not get his deposit back. Every little fucking space of fucking free space was just like drips, drops, green, brown, dripping, dropping. They wrote drips and drops like fucking 100 times.
There's a checklist on like if you can score points on it. If you score too many points on it, you don't get your deposit back. So it's like kitchen, refrigerator, microwave, cabinets, and it's like nope.
Broken.
Orange drips, cabinets, brown drops, microwave, green drips, refrigerator, orange drops. And we're like, drips and drops. What's the difference between a drip and a drop? So.
A drip is a drip. A drop is a fucking drop. So.
Good explanation, Connor.
Thank you. You got the emphasis on
Did you guys? Did everybody catch that? Did you guys see that?
Go ahead, Shay.
Sorry, dude.
I mean, I'm way off track, but yeah, I didn't wear underwear for about 4 years.
6 years.
Six.
And
Five.
you're stripless.
Let's just
I've
round
been
it to
here for
5.
7. I'll say even 5. I like detested it. I was like, that's a fucking waste of money. Just some fabric around my legs, like whatever. I don't need that shit. And then got introduced back into the brief world, and I didn't know what I was missing out on. I'm like, damn, I really need this shit.
Dude, you need the support, bro.
You know, maybe I don't know if that's actually a good analogy to what I was going for, but
No. I feel
fucking
is it
wear a
is it the
fucking
boxer
mask.
brief or
Let's
the
get
brief?
this shit over with. I don't fuck with the
That's a
really
boxer
tight
brief.
ones that like cup your shit. I don't like
That's
that.
a tighty whitey.
That's too much touching.
You got the shorts,
those are-
right?
You got a boxer brief, which is like it secures, but it's like more of a boxer.
It sits on
I
the
don't
thigh.
have much to secure, but like I just want like
One ball Shea,
freedom,
everybody.
you know?
Let's give. That was perfect time.
you do
everything's
the- you do the tight ones
everything
or
is
loose ones?
pre-secured, buddy.
We're good. It comes pre-packaged, bro.
Which was a part of my fight, you know. But it's like, oh, okay, now I see the benefit, you know. Like if you're really gonna fucking detest that you can't like, be like, no, I'm walking into this business without a mask, fuck this shit. Like, no, the whole fucking world's on the same level.
Dude.
Let's get this shit over with.
So
Everybody quits fucking fighting the shit.
What's funny
Throw
is
the mask on, do the fucking thing. It's already a part of our normal life. We've been a year into this shit. Just do the fucking thing. Let's get it over with. Fucking let's do it.
And we're gonna go back to shows.
You know, it's ridiculous that people
wanna
are
go to
just
shows
like
so
doing
bad.
that
It's
shit.
gonna happen.
too.
It's gonna happen because look at it. I know you guys had the point like, yo, it's not gonna be the same. It will be the same. Eventually, people will forget. It might take a generation or two, but people will forget. And number two on
so
that,
dead by then.
but like we would all be dead by then. But the Black Plague happened, and people were burning people like on the streets. And
What's
they were
crazy
like,
about
yo,
that one was real.
that one was super real. And like we got back to where we were at. We will get back to where we were at, but probably it's
After
gonna
a couple
take a while.
generations, you're saying. So we ain't going back to
Maybe
fucking
like-
shows.
We ain't going to
normal
shit.
thing.
Anyways, we're going.
It's all right.
I had,
Maybe.
I'm not skipping a beat, honestly.
We're
In
gonna be
all of
alright.
this, like
We're gonna be
I've
alright.
been traveling this whole year. I've had a great year, honestly.
Yeah, it's
Just
been
be
good.
smart.
And
Just
I'm
be smart.
and
I've
I
had a
am
great year.
responsible. I've been checking myself. Me and Riley got fucking COVID tests right before we fucking left Austin. Before we left,
I have
boom, boom.
not.
I
Like
get tested once a week.
I have gotten
like-
5 tests since March, and I've tested negative every time.
Fuck.
Boom.
I'm the worst.
And I'm over. Like
You never got tested?
no.
the
Not
first
once.
2 I paid for, and the
I
last
treat it
3
like
I was
a STD. Like, oh, my closest homie's good. Like,
mostly
I'm
just
good.
STD tests.
Wait, whoa. If
Just
your,
don't
if your
go.
closest homie's good, then like
Yeah.
that means are you guys like fucking boning
no,
the
it's
same
the-
chick?
Treat it like STD. You know what I mean? Like,
treat it like
Okay,
one. It
okay,
isn't
okay.
one.
we're like,
There's this
Yeah,
George
like-
Lopez joke where he's like, just don't go. Like he's like, if you go to the doctor, they might find something. Like if you don't go, then you just don't go. It's like you can't get COVID. Like they won't. You will never know unless they tell you.
There's like there's a difference of like you could be like a very fearful and let like everybody's so tapped into social media and like news sources that it is scary. It's very easy to get scared. If you just go on, like get high and like go on a loophole and like look at like news sources
Yeah.
and start getting into that, fuck yeah, that's gonna freak you out.
Any topic.
But
Any
if you-
topic.
Any
I've
topic.
been going around like this whole
Fucking
year.
Ninja
like,
Turtles could be real if you're stoned enough, dude. You know what I mean?
I've been going around this
They're
whole
not?
year, and I am in a
What?
fucking like a coffee shop where I am like in front of people every day and dealing with people, and like when I go and travel, I've done it like 3 times this year, and you come back and everything's good to go.
Yeah.
And you slowly start to realize that, you know, like, as long as you're actually taking precautions, like, whatever, like, you can actually be, like, safe, you know, and, like, go about normal life. You don't have to shell up and, like, shelter in your house. I think that's a realization that everybody needs to know. Like, as long as you're, like, safe, you're washing your hands, you're not, like,
Yeah, just be conscious of it
coming
all.
into contact with people, you can live a normal life, you know? There's still a lot of people, I feel like, in America that think they're just, like, need to shell up and, like,
Dude, stay in.
quarantine, like,
Go.
and stay inside and, like, not touch
When
anybody.
quarantine
Like,
first
no,
hit, we
dude,
drove to LA,
I've had a
like-
great fucking year.
Yeah, it's
I
good.
fucking tested COVID negative
Yeah.
3 days ago, you know?
Seeing
And
the
I've
bums
I
on
went
the
to
on
New-
my
I've
sidewalk
been to
that
New
have
York,
lived there.
I've been to Austin, I've been to fucking Denver, and I've fucking, like, stayed tight, stayed safe, and done my shit, skateboarding, have a great fucking time, you know? And it's not, like, I feel like that's, if everybody's just safe and does their shit, be responsible, it's not as big of a deal as it really needs to be.
Yeah. Wash your hands, sanitize, wear
Yeah.
your mask.
Which is, maybe that's a good, like, it's just like going back to elementary school. Like,
Yeah.
wash your hands.
Yeah, maybe
Jesus
treating something
Christ.
that's not so serious, super seriously, just so the point gets across.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
If anything, it's honestly made me, and even in the coffee shop, like, well more aware of, like, food handling and, like, being
Yeah.
safe.
And it only
everything.
helps. It's like,
It did. It, like, sparked up a whole new thing. Like, I'm, like, fucking Howie Mandel over here. My hands smell off from fucking hand sanitizer, you
dude,
know?
I went.
Don't touch me.
I think we went together. We went and saw Conan O'Brien. Remember? Was that you?
I do not remember, but yeah, we did.
Yes. Okay.
I was there physically, but I was
So
not
Kurt and I went on a double date and went to a live taping of the Conan O'Brien show, and Howie Mandel was the guest. And they didn't have like a band play. They had some whack up and coming stand up comedian who wasn't Howie Mandel, which would have been equally as whack / good as the new stand up guy. But yeah, saw Howie Mandel at Conan, and it was pretty randomly sick.
Was he really like
Germaphobe as fuck.
super
Yeah.
germaphobe? Like he wouldn't like touch his hands.
He
or
was
anything?
like, he would have been the hottest shit right now if he was still relevant with the whole coronavirus stuff. But he was like doing the corona stuff before it was hot. Fist bumps and
Howie's
masks.
gonna be all right.
He gonna be alright. That's Bobby's World. He did the voice for Bobby
Dun,
I
in
remember
Bobby's
Bobby's
World.
World. Yeah.
He does that voice, which is crazy. I don't. Shay, you might be too young for this one. Maybe. Do you remember Bobby's World?
Nah.
Yeah, I was like really little.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
No, that's like second grade. Bro.
It's like-
that's like 7 years old.
You remember
6
that,
years
Kurt?
old.
I do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was singing the theme song just now.
Oh yeah. He's riding the
Zoom out.
tricycle. He looked like Stewie.
Dude, yeah,
It was-
yeah,
it was Stewie.
He did, but he
It
had like
was
the little brown hair that was like.
It was
popped up
Stewie
the
from
side.
Family Guy. That's where they got Bobby from, like the football head. But Howie Mandel was like, it was his show.
Hey Arnold, football head, man.
Oh, hey
Yeah,
Arnold.
that's Hey
It's
Arnold.
before-
Yeah, yeah,
Bobby was before that too.
yeah. Dude, damn, throwing
Bobby's
it
World.
back right now.
So
son.
even before
Bobby's World.
even before that, Bruce Willis.
Remember Howie Mandel's fucking Jerry curls or whatever the fuck?
Oh,
he had?
dude,
Dude,
yeah. Dude,
yeah.
he used to have the Jerry curl tough.
He was
son.
hot.
It was like way down the.
Yeah.
It looked like ramen.
It was
Yeah,
weird.
It looked like
Howie
straight top
Mandel.
ramen. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Bro.
Look
He
him
had
up in the
hair
90s.
like way the fuck down, like
Early 90s
like
Mandel.
mid-back, but like all
Kenny G
fucking
shit.
permed. Yeah, bro. Damn. It was G.
He was on some Kenny G shit for sure.
It was definitely G.
But before that, before
Not
Bobby's
G.
World,
Look dumb.
Bruce Willis had a cartoon show with a baby.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
yeah,
it
yeah.
was called Bruno the Kid.
Yep. I remember that too.
And it was really sick. And he did the voice.
Almost.
Bruce Willis did the voice for the baby with his regular voice.
Oh yeah. yeah, yeah.
Bruno the Kid.
There's only uno mas. Just saying.
That's perfect timing.
Yeah.
Not it.
Not
Shout out Bruce Willis.
Shout out Bruce Willis.
Dude, do you guys remember Rocco's
Bruce
Modern
Willie.
World?
Modern Life.
Modern
yeah.
Life. Fuck.
So check this out.
God.
If you watch that show again, I'm like a Rocco's Modern Life alologist. If you watch that show again, he worked for a sex phone
Yeah.
hotline, and there's a lot of. It was not made for kids. It was a made for adult cartoon that somehow slipped through the cracks because it was the fucking 90s and everybody was on coke or something.
Well, dude, they like it was like they were talking like wasn't his best friend named like Heifer?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
And
a
it was like,
cow.
that was a hoot. Like, and
Yeah.
they were just always talking about like these big bitches.
They were junkies. They were junkies that lived together.
Do you remember this show?
You
Shay?
need to tap back into Rocco's
Rocco's
Life.
Modern
I know
Life.
what it is.
did
I'm
you-
not familiar though.
Oh,
It's weird to go back and watch now. It's fucking.
Dude, you're
I
like,
did- I tried it. I was like, God,
I have like a
acid.
weird generation leap where like obviously I'm younger, and I
How old
like
are you?
missed out on.
27.
Fuck, I can't. No, I'm 28. 92, right? I'm 28.
I don't know.
I have to question.
I don't know.
Seriously.
Oh, yeah.
90?
I was 88.
87, I don't know.
But I do like I have like a weird like nerdy infatuation with like older like 70s shit, and then like detest like 80s 90s stuff. So I have like a weird
You
generation
detest
gap.
80s and 90s
I don't
stuff.
detest.
You just said that.
Can we
These
do
are
one
your
of
words.
those
Je suis detesté.
Can we do one of those pause things?
Nah, hell no, son. Hell no, son.
Mine was bad.
But I
Mine
just-
was bad.
I just have a fucking infatuation with like older stuff, but then it has a fucking generation gap where like I kind of miss that stuff. Like, do you know what Fritz the Cat is?
No.
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay,
What is
so
it?
that's the OG.
Is that
dirty-
Nickelodeon?
No,
Okay, well,
fuck
what
no.
about Spuds
Oh,
McKenzie?
whoa,
You got to
whoa,
be down for
whoa.
Spuds. What about Spuds McKenzie?
Spuds McKenzie, big time.
I
That's
definitely
80s.
don't know
But, like,
Spuds
that's the
McKenzie. What about
shit I
Dexter's
dove
Laboratory?
That's okay.
You're
Well, you're on
serious?
some.
Now you're
See,
getting-
Oh, is
you're
that-
on,
is that-
you're not even on our same shit right now.
Oh,
We're talking about drugs and alcohol right now.
It's like OG dirty cartoon. Like he
Okay,
was like
okay.
fucking. It was like depicting a fucking cat in like the weird like hippies, 60s, 70s like situation.
It's like the
Okay.
Joe Camel of the
Yeah.
hippies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cat
But
the
I
Fritz.
feel like that's what like Rocco's Modern Life would be to the like fucking.
No, Rocco's Modern Life was just a random cartoon on Nickelodeon.
Yeah,
that,
it was just
that
cartoon.
just smacked super hard for
It was
no
super
reason.
tight.
Well, fuck that. I'm going Fritz the Cat.
Yeah.
Fritz is dope.
That was me throwing my fist in the air. I got you.
I got you for Fritz the Cat. I got you.
Yeah, it was
You
like
should watch it. It's crazy. If you watch any Fritz the Cat movies, it's weird.
He's scandalous.
It's trippy.
Oh, you know it too?
What
Yeah.
about
God
Harold?
damn, I'm the only dude who doesn't know this one.
You're the oldest one out of all of us.
I
too.
am the oldest one.
What
out of all
about
of
Harold
you.
the Duck? You know who that dude is?
Howard.
Howard?
Howard. Yeah, I
Howard?
was like, I don't know Harold. I know Howard.
Howard. I
That
don't
was
know.
a sick ass movie though, because that was a movie.
There's some vinyl records of him too.
What?
What?
You talking about vinyl records?
You guys still got that collection here? Oh,
You have a Howard the Duck vinyl record?
No, they got like vinyls though.
They got
Oh,
cool shit here.
Yeah, they definitely got cool shit here. You're
Half
live
of
at the
my-
mill right
half
now,
of my
bro.
collection is right there.
I know. I always see like literally celebrities come here, and I live like
Patty
what
Smith
45
came
minutes
here.
away. Yeah, I know.
It's
Patty Smith did
no
come here
with
to
no
us.
traffic, sir. It is less than 30 minutes. Swear to God, you know how I know this? Because today that shit happened. I left at 4:55. I showed up at 5:23.
See, it's 'cause
How
we
the
had
fuck did that happen,
COVID resurgence?
dude?
Prius.
Telling you,
Prius.
when it first hit,
Dude.
LA in like 40 minutes.
40 minutes to LA.
Yeah, from Vista, we were just like, let's go, and then the roads are
I
empty.
remember when that was going
Schools,
down.
everything.
Okay, so
Nothing.
I've been going to LA a lot lately, and I just realized recently that it's less than it's an hour or less from North County, and I'm like, oh my god,
Oh yeah,
You know what's
super
funny?
easy.
so close.
And
It's the
also,
same
you
distance.
Find out that LA freeways are actually like super convenient. You can get
Yeah, there's
anywhere like
so many of
how
them.
you're supposed to, like how they probably actually planned it when they did it. Like you're like, oh, what? You're just transferring over and you get wherever you want. Like
If there was
Glendale,
nobody on the
oh,
roads,
shit.
it would be so nice.
It makes so
if
much
there was no
sense.
other drivers, it would just be
But when
streamlining
you're
all
in
over.
gridlock, you're like, oh my.
That's
fucking
the problem.
God.
It's like
It takes like a fucking 3 hours.
I've always said it was the worst system ever, but then once like all the roads were cleared, you're like, oh,
just merging
fuck
from
yeah,
the
you can
5
just
to the 101
transfer
is like,
everywhere.
fuck
I
that one.
understand.
you know
5 to
what I mean?
101.
It's like
fucking die.
it's
hate
like
it.
insane.
Dude, I'm not.
It
about
should
that
be
life.
better than it is.
I'm not about that at all.
All of a sudden, you're in downtown LA, like right there, and you're like,
Dude, downtown LA, I've spent a lot more time in downtown LA, specifically this year, and I have to say, that place is a different world.
The place
than
is
Like
gross.
from LA, like from like the Valley, and then you get like over around the Wilshire district and like around that area, around like Westwood and stuff. Then you get into downtown LA. It's like each of those are different fucking planets, yo. Like downtown LA is like, what the fuck is going on there?
Westwood and the Valley are dope. The Valley is the spot. Dude.
Valley is definitely
I
a
like
spot.
Silver Lake.
Silver Lake,
Echo Park, sir. Echo
Silver
Park.
Lake, and Echo Park. That's where I've been hiding out lately.
That's where you have been hanging out, huh? Yeah, it looked a little familiar.
And it's just so insane there. But I mean, it's cool to tap into. You know what I mean? It's cool knowing that like I'm gonna leave in a day or two, and like I'm just in part of this
Yeah.
rustle and bustle. But even like exercising the idea of having like an extended stay for like a week or living there, I'm like, oh hell no, I will not stay here for a week. 3 days max. You know what I mean? Like 3-day weekend max, and I'm out. There's no.
That was the first thing I asked you right before the podcast. I was like, "You gonna move to LA?" You're like,
fuck no.
no.
Watch him move.
For nothing.
Watch. Guaranteed.
For nothing.
It's on paper now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't move to LA for nothing. I would move to 11 states before I moved to LA.
Mm-hmm.
Move to any state on the East Coast.
They made it back to my fucking side of the fucking states and was super juiced on it.
Oh, dude.
Oh yeah, like the East Coast.
I touched
Sending
the
me
East.
lightning bugs and just like so.
Dude, the lightning bugs
So
were
good.
insane when
Dude,
he
I
was
love it, yeah.
like sending those videos.
So I used to visit the East Coast and visit my grandparents. My grandparents used to live out in Maine, the farthest state away.
Fuck yeah.
So every summer from like
Don't
when
even
I started
consider that east. It's
Thank
just
you
like
for that information.
north.
that's
It's
damn
the
near
far-
Canada.
Yeah,
son.
yeah.
That might as well be Canada.
So every summer, instead of my parents buying a babysitter all summer long, my mom and my dad would send us to our grandparents to go stay in Maine for the 3 months, because summer vacation was 3 months back in the 90s. It was tight.
So good. Does not prep you.
It
for
was
real
like
life.
June, July, August, no school. You go back in September. But yeah, so I'd hang out there all the time up until I was about 13 or 14. So I'm familiar with the East Coast and the woods and like the whole vibe over there. And then I just took a trip out there maybe a year ago, 2 years ago now, I don't even remember, to North Carolina with the Toy Machine team. And going there in my adult life and like seeing the cost of living and knowing things like that, like cost of living and like minimum wage and jobs that are available and like different zones and like actual stuff. I'm like, oh my God, there's no way I'm going home and planning on staying there for the rest of my life. I'm like working my way, just working everything. There's no time limit, but I'll spend the back end of my life on the East Coast for sure.
You said an analogy once when we hung out. I think it was during COVID. Like we went out one night and we bombed the concourse at like 11.
Yeah, and I brought my bike on my
You
bike.
brought your bike. He's like, I didn't bring my board, and I was like, we were gonna meet up to meet the concourse. He's like, well, you said we were gonna go later, but it was like it's 11 o'clock, bro.
Yeah.
How much later did you think I was gonna
I'm
say?
up, nigga. I'm up.
So I fucking had my board and we bombed the concourse. He bombed the concourse on his bike and I did it on my skateboard. But he said to me, he's like, on the West Coast, I might be having like a C+ average. But he's like, on the East Coast.
How did I describe it? I know what you're saying.
Yeah, he's like, on the East Coast, my C+ average is more like an A-.
Oh no, I know it. I know.
Yeah,
I
it's
said
something
it. It's
along those lines, right?
I know exactly what you're saying. It's like out here, it's made for like the A students, like all the A students that are really good at doing everything better than all the best of the students. And I'm like, what if you're a C student or a B student? Like you're only gonna be outshined out here. But like if you go somewhere where all the B students are like they do that in class. Like you're not gonna be in like honors calculus because you fucking suck at math. You're going to that math class.
And then you're
Right?
going to be like really good in that class.
Yeah, you'll be fine in that class, but you'll just get Fs over here. It's just gonna be hard, and like in order for you to pass, you're just gonna have to try harder and learn stuff you don't even know how to do. You belong over there. It's kind of like that kind of feeling. Like I don't care about this rat race in California anymore. And like I'm born and raised here, so I'm fully desensitized to it, and this is all I know. You know what I mean? Most people aren't born and raised in California. Like Shea, you're not from here, right?
Absolutely not.
Kurt's not from here.
Proud of
Kano,
it.
you're from
West
the north.
Coast, baby.
Like you're from the north, which is the same, but it's like you're still moving down to
Hustle.
LA.
Hustle.
You understand, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like I didn't ask for any of this. I'm a C student. Like I'm not some Silicon Valley dude who's going to make the next app who's going to be super smart at something. I'm just some fucking worker bee who can pick up heavy shit and drag it really far for a really long time. You know what I mean? So I just need to go work in the factory with those dudes, not at the fucking iPhone headquarters. So, and over there, the cost of living is different, yeah, but it's like gas is $1, and I'm like, yeah, that sounds sick. Rent's $500 for a 2-bedroom house. I'm like, I could
With a
afford that
backyard.
Yeah.
with attached to the woods. You know what I mean? No fence, and you're in the woods. I'm like, that's the shit I want. I don't care about being rich and having a mansion and living this fast life and being Kim Kardashian's boyfriend and shit. Like, fuck
Do you
no.
think you're on that level?
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
like,
you got
like,
some-
yo, you just whipping out some dick right now, son? Like, yo,
No,
like,
that's just the California vibe of just like
No,
being the
that's
hottest, being the
big
best.
fish, little pond theory.
Yeah, it's like,
basically.
dude, I need to go to a pond more my size.
Big dick, little balls.
And then and then me being the California boy I am with my California mentality, like I just feel like moving somewhere else that just is slower. Like I could take that and channel that into something good. And like I'm a workhorse. I'm busy. I move fast. I could move faster than all you guys. I'll dance around your whole town around you and I'll get shit done. Like while I'm still young, but not too young, but not too old. You know what I mean?
For sure.
I don't know.
Sure.
I don't want to stay here. And that's okay.
Fuck it, man. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Do what you need to do, baby
You
boo.
shouldn't. I think everything there's a shift.
Yeah, there is a shift. And it's like my dad's from the East Coast, and like I've just been hanging out with my dad.
Your dad is tight as fuck.
I've been hanging out with my
Shout
dad.
out Danny.
Shout out Danny Collins. That dude's
Yo,
sick.
Danny Collins is the fucking man.
So-
He's aged a little bit in the last couple years, but the first time I met him, like 10 plus years ago, I walked out of Derm's house. I was like, bro, you know your dad looks like too short, right? He was like, yeah. And I was like, bro,
That's
and
G
his
as
dad
fuck.
was just smoking. Like, yo, the first time I met Derm's dad, Danny, he was sitting there. He had a wife beater. We walked into his house. We walked out the back door. He was like on this bench press, and he's lifting up. Boom, boom. And I don't know if you know. I'm sure Hodge knows. I don't know if you know what
Maybe
his nickname is. Never met him.
once,
His nickname is Mimi.
Yeah, my dad calls me Mimi.
His dad calls him Mimi, and he wouldn't refer to him as Derm the whole time I was there. He called him Mimi the whole time. Every time, like his dad was so G. His dad was checking me like I was like a chick almost. It was kind of crazy because his dad was like, "You hanging out with my son? What's up?" And like so he's like, "Sit down right here." And like I was just sitting there. And
Well,
he was
because
like,
you were older, and like when you're like 16 hanging out with an 18-year-old, it's like a big fucking deal.
Yeah,
you
my
know what I
parents
mean?
said the same thing.
he was
Yeah.
grilling me. He was and I was just like super chill. And then Derm had always told me, he's like, "My dad smokes weed, blah blah blah." And he's like, "I never smoked weed with my dad." We end up smoking weed, and his dad like, I was sitting there the first time Derm smoked weed with his dad. And I was like,
I was like, it's only because you're here, dude. I don't know what you did, but you like cracked him,
he
dude.
did it. He passed
You
the bong
fucking
around.
did
He
it.
fucking- Dude, he was bench pressing, and he sat up, and then he was smoking a Black and Mild, just mad tough. And then we smoked weed, and then I was like, he's talking to me about his shit, and we're chilling, and then we ended up like leaving and whatever, and I was like, as soon as we walked out, I was just standing next to him. I was like, "I thought you said you never smoked weed with your dad." He's like, "I didn't." I was like, "So that was literally the first time you ever smoked weed with your dad?" He's like, "Yeah." I was
I
like,
don't know what's going on here.
"What the fuck, bro?" I was like, "Yo, that was mad sick,
I don't know what's going on
That's
here.
what
Yeah, my dad's
That's where the tears come. Thank you.
My
Like, yo,
dad's-
man, happy
Proud to
tears,
be
son.
here.
my dad's the real deal. He's full black dude.
He's so G.
At the time he drove like a Chrysler 300 on like 22s and was like, he's
Such
that
a
dude.
G.
Like
Such
he's
a
super
G.
super clean, and I've been tapping into that stuff lately, like because
the Jordans,
yeah,
son.
it's like I've been so opposite with my skate shit and ripped jeans and tight pants and like sweatshirts and stuff, where my dad is like that smooth black
Swag.
dude, you know what I mean? That smooth ass black older dude. And I'm like, dude, one day I'm gonna just have all these clothes and not even know how to wear them. But like, I've been like tapping into my black side and stuff, especially with the protests and like the division with like all the Black Lives Matters and stuff. It's
Yep.
like, I'm like, oh, I am black, and like, I don't know, I've been tapping into that shit. That
I
shit's
am
sick.
black, bro. You've been black the whole time.
I've been black the whole time.
yes.
But I don't know. Sometimes I have to remind myself. It's good to remind yourself some shit.
Sometimes Derm's pretty white.
Sometimes I'm pretty white, but I'm also white too. That's the thing.
That is true, though. That is
So it's okay. So it's all justified. So I have to remind myself. But no, I've been tapping into him, and he's fucking sick. And his
Dude, your
style's
dad
like-
is so steezy, bro. Like, straight up.
Dude, what's
fucking
funny
love
is
that.
he's the sickest dude out, but he's the most anti-mask dude out, which is the most
Is he
bullshit.
really?
Dude, he's so funny. He's so funny about being sick. He's like, yeah, I'm not gonna live forever. I don't want to live forever. I'm like, well, that's cool. I don't either. He's like, I'm also not gonna wear no goddamn mask. I'm like, Dad, I literally can't even get gas unless you wear this. Like, I can't get gas unless you wear this. He's like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm like, he's just that grumpy old man. I'm like, you're so sick. It's funny when it comes from him, but anybody
He's
else, like,
over it.
yeah, he's just he's super East Coast, super South, black dude. Like that's where he's from, and so that's in me, you know.
Yeah.
And I think just with him being sick and me spending time with him and me like gathering all this like new knowledge from him really fast, like as of late, I think it's something to do with that. And I'm like, there's something back there calling me. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
I feel as soon as I get over there, I'm like, I feel so fine out here. I feel like I belong out here. I feel just fine out here. I'm not scared. I'm not worried. I feel just fine. Like
You ain't from around here, boy.
Oh.
You got some weird vibes over there, didn't you? With some people being like, "Oh, you're mixed."
You know what? The weird vibe. The people in North Carolina were super sick. People in South Carolina were racist.
Really?
The worst place I've been though, as far as racism goes, was Denver, Colorado.
Really?
Yeah, Denver, Colorado. Pretty wild,
What?
right? Yeah, right.
More than Albuquerque?
Ooh, nah, Albuquerque was on some gang shit. That fool was just on
Dude,
some.
that was.
I'm good.
I did
There's one more over here. Hold on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, get it.
I don't want to drink this.
Oh, you want here?
No, I'm just kidding.
No, Derm wants it.
I was just teasing. I don't want it. Give it a shake.
Take that. Here, take this.
No, the dude in Albuquerque was just on some gang shit, looking for trouble.
Dude, the
There
gang
was like
shit,
some
that was
serious
super
racist interaction with an old white lady and man at a Chick-fil-A in Denver. They were
At
employees.
Chick-fil-A?
They were employees of Chick-fil-A. I was with everybody.
Wait, is that when you were Dude, I remember this on your story. Is that when you were like, you were wearing the Bury the Hatchet shirt, and you were like, they're not hyped on my shirt?
Nah, I walked in with like 11 white skaters, and I was the only black one. And there was like an old lady. You know how like at Walmart they have an old person greeting you or something?
Mm-hmm.
They had one of those at Chick-fil-A, and it was an old white lady. And every person that walked in, I was one of the last people to walk in. She's all, "Hi, honey. How you doing, honey?" Oh.
She said,
Oh. Looked at me and was like, "What are you doing in this Chick-fil-A?" or something like that. Something like that. I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "People like you don't come to this Chick-fil-A often." And everybody else with Joey Abarca.
Would you like a history on fried chicken? You fucking bitch.
Where else am I going to fucking go?
Joey Abarca is darker than you. What the fuck?
Joey was there, but he's from there, so somehow he blended in. Or maybe he's Native American looking, because there's a lot of
Well, he's
Native
Mexican.
Yeah, well, Mexicans and Native Americans are.
No, I know.
Anyways,
I'm same.
I'm black. I'm not Mexican. You know what I mean? So she sniffed that shit right the fuck out. Anyways, Begar was. I was staying with Begar. Joey Abarca was there. Jay Bird was there. Brandog was there. Like all the Denver homies were there, and I was just skating with them before you guys showed up on that trip. It was like a week before you guys got there.
Yeah, I forgot I ran the other.
There was just some shit. The manager came out and gave all of us cookies and paid for all of our meals and like took the lady in the back, and we were all like, no, don't fire her, get her in trouble. What was that though? Like, he said something like, "We get black people in here all the time. Don't listen to her." And my friends were like, "Fool, shut up."
Exactly.
I was like, dude, I'd just been to Denver. Like, it was my second day being there in like 2 weeks. I was like, dude, I'll just go get a fucking taco at Taco Bell. I don't care. I'll just leave. You know what I mean? I don't want any trouble. Let's just leave, guys. And they're all, "Nah, fuck that. Pay for our food. Fuck that lady. Fire her right now. Give us your cookies. We're taking this.
Give us your cookies.
Max Garson, this dude Max was like, "Oh, we're just fucking gonna take the cookies off the shelf and like we're taking these." We're like, "Oh yeah. Go ahead, take it." Like, it was mad weird or something. Dude, it was
What the
mad
fuck?
racist.
Wait, what else did she say? She's just like, whoa. Like when you walked in?
She was like, "Whoa, you're with them?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "We don't get a lot of people at this Chick-fil-A that look like you." And we were like, "What? What does that mean?" And she's like, "Yeah, there's just not a lot of black people in this area," or something like that. I don't remember. It was like super racist shit. Like she like called me out of the crowd, and like the whole restaurant stopped, and they gave us everything for free.
Whoa.
Which almost makes it worse.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, they're like trying to like cover it up. Like,
yeah.
"That's
I was
fine,
like,
guys,
let's
it's
just
fine."
bail, y'all.
That's
I
why
don't even want to
fuck
eat
with
here.
Chick-fil-A. I don't like that fake ass my pleasure bullshit.
Yeah, I was like, I don't even want to eat here. I don't
I
even
do eat
know.
there sometimes.
I was like, at the time. Well, there's one like in striking distance from you. They're few and
No,
far
that's
between,
Angry
right?
Chicks.
That's
It's
Angry
different.
Chicks. It's a different spot.
Oh, I thought you said Chick-fil-A.
I thought
No.
you were talking about Chick-fil-A.
He is talking about Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
He's saying that there's not.
I just don't fuck with Chick-fil-A because I don't like what they do with their little like.
Oh,
it's
I don't fuck with it either. I go to Popeyes.
my pleasure.
Yo, Popeyes is mad good. I've been to Popeyes twice because of a homie, and
My pleasure.
she.
I make my
she
own
educated
chicken.
it.
I make my own chicken to be
Dude,
honest.
your
so.
your stepmom makes some good ass fried chicken.
She taught me. I got a cast iron skillet, and I make my own fried chicken the same way Kathy does now.
Do you really?
Yes, I do.
Yo.
Can we come over?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
Dude,
yo, what's up with that?
You see me? I know y'all
Let's
see
get
me
some
make it
fried
on my
chicken.
Instagram. It goes down. Yeah.
Bro, I'm literally even closer. I'm on the same side of El Cajon as you now. So, like, yo, if you're making fried chicken, you know where to call me, bro.
Okay, I'll hit you up on it.
Come on
You
now.
got to skate the park with me till the lights go off, though, in order to get some fried chicken.
Dude.
I'm glad you're back because everyone needs to hear this. Shut up.
I already know what you're gonna fucking say.
This fool goes and skates with Raul all the time.
Lopez.
Yeah, Raul
Right,
Lopez.
right.
I work till 4:30 every day of my life, so I can't hit the park. I have to go home and like do my routine and pet my cat and smoke my bong or whatever. And then I hit the park at 6. The lights go off at 8. I get my 2 hours in. This fool is always there when I'm there, and he's like, "Oh, we've been skating." As soon as I pull up, every time he's never like,
I'm there.
"Oh,
for
you're
maybe
here.
30
I'm
minutes.
gonna wait since you pulled up and skate for another 5 minutes."
Dude, no, I mean like
Never.
solid 30.
He's like, "Derm's here. All right, I'm out." 100 times. This happens 4 times a week, dog.
Dude, okay.
Every time.
No, I blame this
bullshit.
completely on Ray Ray. I'm gonna be 100% about this.
He's his own man. He's got his own car.
Nah, fuck that.
The one guy that's not here.
I go by myself.
Dude, I will call Ray Ray out on this bullshit every single time because we live on the same street, and well, now I live with him, but so now it's different. But like before, I was living right up the street from him, and Ray would be like, "Yo, I'll swoop." I'm like, "All right, tight." Ray Ray would refuse to put on his fucking glasses so we can see at night because he's like, "Nah, I ain't fucking putting on my glasses. I don't want to I can't see. It's dark. I can't see." I'm like, "If you put your glasses on, can you see? I can see if I put on my glasses. Put your fucking glasses on."
He's one of those sports fans.
He doesn't want to wear it.
So sick.
I think
He
that's
does-
just
I would be
That's
so
what I said.
stoked.
He doesn't want
Speed
to wear
shade,
it.
prescription speed
He
shades with
doesn't
the
want
wraps.
to wear
I
it,
got a
and
homie
so
Jake that
whenever
needs them, and he puts it on.
He could get a ride home with me.
Bro,
He can get a ride home with
literally
me.
does
Oh,
not
yeah,
want
what the
to
fuck?
fucking
What about
skate.
Derm?
Get a ride home with me, dog.
I've never
Same
asked
street.
you. I've never asked you.
Like Derm wouldn't.
I'm just saying. I didn't.
I've
ask.
been all over the
Tell
place
Ray
with
to
this
strap
nigga.
up.
I can't drive him home.
Honestly, that
Derm will
shit's
come pick
tight.
me up and take me to Vista Park because I'm too drunk.
Straight up. If Kurt's, if I'm at home and I text somebody, I'm like, "Who wants to skate?" And everybody's like,
45
"We're going to
minutes
Vista Park."
away.
And if Kurt's like, "I'll go if somebody swoops," I'm like, "Kurt, if I pick you up right now from my house, will you go to Vista Park and shoot photos?" He'll be like, "I'm down." I will literally drive an hour and pick him up and take him there.
I will say, on the night I launched Caffeine and Green, I got fucked up, and Derm drove me home. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Hey,
And you know who didn't get fucked up?
This guy. It was
Never
awesome.
do.
Never do.
Responsible.
I'm responsible.
Guys, it's
Terrible.
2 hours and 20 minutes.
I did turn up at my house the other night, though.
Did you really?
It's very rare for me to turn up, and I did finally, and it feels so good. I miss it. I want to party with this dude and Mikey Brick. I want to get so hammered with Mikey and Kurt one day. Just them two, not like anybody else.
Oh, well, fuck you.
Or like,
I
or
will
like,
fuck you then.
or like we're just hammered and everybody else around us isn't as hammered or something. That sounds cool to me.
I've been
Guys,
trying to pump the brakes since I was 21, and my foot keeps slipping off the brake and onto the gas.
Yeah.
My brakes are just grinding.
No brakes, baby.
one
All
speed,
gas.
One speed, guys.
Yeah, I go walking pace. I don't party too much. Just smoke the ganja like crazy and work a lot.
Yeah, I'm pretty
I
mellow.
don't really like to drink too much. It's hard for me to drink a lot, but there's nights when I just want to binge.
I like to do both. And I actually like to dabble in psychedelics, but, well, that's for another conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Boys,
Respect, baby. LSD. If
And
that's
this
not- I
shit.
get said on the
Appreciate-
podcast.
no, stop. I appreciate you guys
Next
so
podcast
much.
we're doing on acid.
Dude, I'm
Dude,
fucking
that sounds
so
fun. I've
fucked
never
up.
done acid, so let's
Can
do
we
that.
do that? Can we do that?
I mean, yeah, we just end up staring at this wall talking about nothing.
That
for a
wall
while.
right
My
there.
Dude, it'll be that wall
I'll
for
go on
sure.
rec-
Hey, thanks for
huge
having us,
ad-
Kano. Thanks
Dude.
so much, man.
Of course. And
Yeah,
guys, please be safe. This is the fucking end of the year. Let's make it. Let's go into 2021 and let's kill it.
I'm
let's
gonna
all
hug
make it
all
to-
three of you guys as
let's
soon as
make
this
it
is
into
over.
the next year.
Maskless.
Next year,
We already made it this far.
let's go.
We gotta at least make it into the next year.
Kobe, I still miss you.
Yep. R.I.P. Hodge.
Thanks for having me.
Yes. Boys, do you guys want to tell them where they can find you, or just like fuck it? You already know.
Don't find me.
Don't look for me.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Caffeine and Green, steelmillcoffee.com.
Buy toy machine boards at skate shops.
Now fuck that. Buy zero or die.
Nah, fuck, nah, fuck
Blood
that. Buy
Wizard
foundation.
skateboard.
Fuck that. Buy foundation. Hey, just buy skateboards at skate shops. Don't
Support your local skate shop.
don't ask your friends who have shops that are doing it themselves if it's coffee or skateboards. Don't ask them for free stuff. Don't support the big dudes. Just go pay for the cup and just back that stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're
Zero
little
toy
guys.
machine, Blood Wizard, anything. Just
Shay-
go to a fucking skate shop and buy your fucking board and have fun.
yeah.
Steel Mill Coffee, Caffeine and Green Coffee.
That's how we pay our rent, y'all.
Let's get it popping.
Love you, Kyle.
2021. I love you guys.
Thanks,
Love
dude.
you.
Love each of you.
Yep.
All right. Peace.
We did it.
Yes. Thank you so much, guys. Shea, Derm, Hodge. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, boys. And especially Shea. I'm super surprised how mad he got about having a profile picture on his Venmo. Either way, thank you to the boys. It was a great time. And thank you to all of you amazing listeners around the world who keep supporting Caffeine and Green every single week. I see y'all. I appreciate y'all. And if you guys haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We're streaming on all platforms, Spotify, YouTube, iTunes, you name it, we on it. That's right. And if you haven't already, head over to caffeineandgreenroasting.com today and check out that Issa blend. It's the perfect Christmas holiday gift. Also, check out that Tyler Southside Schaefer coffee. It's cherry, it's chocolatey, and it has a little bit of a caramel smooth finish. Get there while supplies last. And lastly, guys, please stay safe out there, and I'll see you next week. Peace!